Welcome in, everyone. Welcome to my Illuminatis. If you're not Illuminati, go ahead and subscribe to this channel. This is your end of June reading. Now, if it is not the end of June, that is okay. It can just pertain to your end of the month, or maybe it's just meant to find you at this time to illuminate and inspire you to help you with your healing. Now, I do recommend that if you haven't watched the What Needs Healing for June reading for this month, that you go watch that first, choose your crystal, see what calls out to you. Even if there's more than one crystal or all of them, that is okay. You will need to watch those videos before you get to before you better understand these readings. Okay, this is more of we're actually going to look into what has this healing manifested this month, meaning if you followed the guidance to the What Needs Healing for the Month video based on what you chose, this is going to reveal what has actually happened. What has this healing manifested this month if you did the work? We're next going to look into what have you learned from your healing, what is your energy signature now since your healing, and lastly, how will this healing help you navigate your next month? In this case, we're looking at July, but it doesn't have to be July. Okay, so we're going to start off with the Super 7 group, then move on to the Aura Amethyst group, and then move on to the Clear Crystal Quartz group. There will be timestamps below if you're interested in getting your own personal support for your healing mentorship, or would like to invest in one of my healing bracelets to actually support your healing, but more so to remind you of what you have overcome, remind you of the healing you have done, to really help yourself pat on the back and to help you remember that that is your old you, that is your old pattern, that is your old life. Okay, I highly recommend that you go to my website. All the links to my services and my healing bracelets are in the description box below. So we are now going to get into the end of month readings, and I will see you in a few seconds. Have a wonderful rest of your month. Welcome in, my Super 7 Azurite people. Again, if you haven't watched the Super 7 reading for the beginning of the month, I highly recommend you do that first, okay? I'm hearing faith without works is dead. So for those of you who chose Super 7, if you remember, this was what you needed to heal for the month of June. Azurite, deep emotional healing. Your heart is ready to heal from past experiences, and you are willing to devote time and energy toward therapeutic care. I just heard right off the bat, some of you have not actually either watched it, or you did watch your group for Super 7 and you didn't quite follow through with the guidance. This is not a judgment. This is not to slap you on the hand. This is truth coming in from Archangel Michael right now, that if you're thinking that, oh, I'm manifesting this and this is happening now and I'm acquiring this and this is over, whatever, but you haven't done the work, this message isn't for you, okay? This is for those who've actually spent time dealing with this emotional healing, right? Time and energy towards therapeutic care, and however that was presented to you in my guidance reading, but also what your intuition was telling you to spend time and energy on, and even money perhaps, on your therapeutic care. Okay, so that's right off the bat. They want me to put it here so you can see the candle. So what I'm getting intuitively before I pull any other healing cards is that was the first message that came through, that some of you are really afraid of doing your deep emotional healing. You're really afraid of letting go of the past. There's still a little bit of forgiveness here, a lack of forgiveness, a lack of compassion. And again, this is not a judgment. We all go through this stuff, okay? Life hits us hard sometimes, and sometimes it's really hard for us to really go deep within and do some deep rooted healing. Let me tell you, I know I've been there, done that, and it is not easy. It's not easy when you want to you allow yourself to just break down and cry, or even be angry and frustrated, or punch a wall, or drive 100 miles an hour on the road listening to Metallica or something when you're pissed off. I'm not encouraging anyone to drive that fast, but you get the point, because maybe I said that because some of you do that. It's something where when we really focus on our deep emotional healing, we're really allowing ourselves to see the root cause of the problem. If you can't tend to the roots, that tree, that plant isn't going to grow healthfully, okay? So with this deep healing, right, by this end of the month, now you could have done some deep emotional healing. You could have gotten some help, or listened to my guidance, which is the guidance from God and the angels and your ancestors. You could have been doing your work, and you should be feeling lighter. You should be not as triggered at this point if you've spent the whole month working on this. But for others, if you still haven't really dedicated your time to this, this is your opportunity. Even though it's the end of June, right? Again, it's still timeless still, but I'm focusing on the end of June right now because it technically is the end of June. If you still haven't done this, this is your opportunity to go back and watch your Super 7 group reading for the month of June and really say, okay, you know what? Yeah, I really should be dedicating more time to this, because I can't keep running into the same ancestral patterns. I can't keep running into myself feeling frustrated and depressed and saddened and angered and bittered and resentful. It's not going to help you, because here's the real truth, guys. When you don't do that deep emotional healing, you're actually blocking your true manifestations of your heart desires. But here's the other thing. You're blocking yourself really from true bliss, peace, and joy in your life, which also ties into having like-minded people, really understanding, caring, loving, and compassionate people in your life. And it's not just romantic. This will lead to having your romantic partner just manifest out of nowhere when you least expect it. But that person's not going to be perfect. That person is really going to understand you for who you are and be open-hearted and be sensitive to your sensitivities, be sensitive to your giving heart and your intellect and your craziness and whatever that means for you. Okay, so I know I've been there where I spent years doing deep emotional healing, and sometimes I still have to do it, guys. I was doing this just last week. And I was like, whoa, there's more healing to do. But then after you overcome that, after you allow yourself to do the deep-rooted healing, you ascend. You move to a different level of your alchemical evolution. You allow yourself to really just accept what has happened, accept the past, but not be defined by it, and say, you know what? I'm a better person because of this. Not that you were a horrible person before. Better meaning I feel more open to love in my life, right? And this is not just romantic love. Being open to love where when shit hits the fan and you have a hard time dealing with challenges and like stuff doesn't go your way, or you get hurt again or betrayed again, or it's just like, man, I did all this work, it didn't turn out, or I was praying and hoping for this and it's not what I expected. You aren't so butthurt all the time. You aren't so downtrodden. You don't go back into your depression. You don't get all pissed off and angry and just punch the air and stuff like that. You say, you know what? It is what it is. I accept it. I am moving on. I am moving forward. Okay, so that is the beginning challenge. See, beginning challenge of this. I know this is challenging for a lot of you. We are human. Just allow yourself to say, this is hard, Jessica. This is difficult. I can't do this, or there's no way. You're full of shit, whatever. No. Your ego, your lower ego speaking when you say that, when you think that. It is challenging, but I have to tell you, based off of my experience, the rewards in the end are so worth it, because the biggest piece of this is to really find true peace, no matter what the hell is going on in your life, outside of it, inside of your life, internally, and in the world. Okay, so we're now going to look into what has this healing manifested for you this month. Okay, we're going to use the Angels and Auras Oracle for this, as I was guided to use. So we're going to see what has this healing manifested for the Super 7 group for the month of June. Holy Spirit, Archangels, Jesus, Mary, Mother Mary, Order of the Seraphim, Order of Melchizedek, Legion of Angels, Guardian Angels, Archangels of 100% pure crystalline divine light. What has the Super 7 group, what has this healing manifested for them for the month of June? All right, they're saying 2 more. Okay, someone's getting disrupted by something. If you're not watching this in an uninterrupted or environment, or you're getting distracted, my guides and my angels are saying for you to pause this and watch this at a later time, but to commit to the time to watch this. Okay, so 1 and 2, we're gonna take the top. All right, here we go. Oh my God, it's Archangel Raphael. I love this guy. Love, travel, humor, and vitality. I work so strongly with this. For those who don't know, Jesus was buddy with Archangel Raphael, which is why he was able to heal people in so many ways, in the profound ways that he did. Okay, baby, you are destined to be a Jesus-like healer. Okay. So what has this healing manifested this month? You probably manifested love, maybe more love for yourself. You manifested the ability to not get so scared and fearful of traveling. That's for somebody specific. Remember, not everything that comes through me is going to be for you all the time. Not everything's going to be for you. It's going to be for different people. All right. Humor, vitality. Some of you are seeing life with more of a sense of humor. So a lot of people don't know that Archangel Raphael is a funny guy. He is. There's humor in nature. There's humor in our relationships. There's humor in our own selves. Okay, sometimes this is really good to laugh at ourselves. And when you are able to deal with deep emotional healing, you go back and look at it and say, wow, there was actually something funny about it, right? Or something where, like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I saw it that way. Or I can't believe that, I acted like that, or that person acted like that. Because when you really understand somebody and have that compassion, understanding for someone, you start to see them in a different light. And that is also part of the healing. And sometimes, with things that just don't go your way, you have the ability, as you're doing the deep emotional healing, right? The therapy, maybe you guys did get therapy, or you're still needing to get more therapy, or your past therapist didn't work and you need more of a spiritual one or holistic one, whatever that is for you. The therapy is that you start to see the light in things. You start to see life with a little bit of sense of humor, because laughter is the best medicine. He is the archangel of divine optimal health and godly medicine. I'm hearing he is the physician to God, the divine physician to God. Okay, again, he helped Jesus do his healing work, and a lot of other profound healers do their healing work. Raphael helps me with my healing work. The more you call upon Raphael, the more he comes in to support you. This is also tying to being abundant in all forms, abundant in health, abundant in material wealth, abundant in getting the money to get professional care, or even spiritual health care, wellness, well-being for yourself. Having these things that you need for your well-being. And Archangel Raphael Raphael is the archangel to help you to acquire the money for that. Okay, some people don't know that either. I mean, look at all the green here. Some of you are what has manifested is that you're spending more time in nature, and because a lot of the June readings tied into the herbs and flowers and fruits and vegetables that were supposed to support your healing. Some of you with the green, you're eating more greens. You're being a lot more conscious with your organic food choices, right? Or you're eating more organic foods. You know, what's manifest is that you're changing the way you love your life. You're changing the way you love people. And again, this is only for those who've done the work. Raphael is also the archangel who brings soulmates together. Okay? And some of you are actually starting to manifest more of the love of your life into your world. This is also bringing more soulmates, because soulmates aren't always romantic, guys. If you don't already know this, they're not. Okay? You can have a soulmate friend. You can have your sibling could be a soulmate. Your son, your daughter can be a soulmate, okay? This is about Raphael helping you to bring people to your life where you have common things that you love, right? You love to travel. You love cars. You love food. You love sports. Whatever that is, you love to laugh. Some of you may be attracting soulmates, right, who have this funny sense of humor, or, you know, who do quirky things, and that's how you are. We have to understand, guys, with soulmates and what love really is that we're just not here to seek out our romantic partner and think that life is going to be rainbows, unicorns, and puppies. That's not how this works. It's more so of acquiring these soulmates in our lives where we are we are having these people gravitate to us to really help us to love life. And when you're surrounded by friends and people who have a sense of humor or who love what you do, and it just makes life a lot more fun, does it not? You guys can laugh at the same corny jokes and you're both going to get it, right? Or you look at each other like that wasn't funny, but you still laugh at that. Those types of things, okay? So for those of you who've done your work for the month of June, what's manifest, and listen, for those of you who've done the work, you should be seeing this at the time you watch this. This is why I'm saying your healing has manifested this, okay? It's also improved your health, your vitality. You have more energy. You're getting things done, but you're not being a slave to having to be productive. You're not getting all bent out of shape or burning yourself out because of your to-do list, all right? You're understanding what is bringing more vitality into your life. Now, again, for those of you who've really done your work, you should be feeling very different than what you did at the beginning of this month. And for those of you where none of this is manifested, this is your so-called proof that you got to go back to that reading and go back to understanding what your guides and ancestors and God has been asking of you. Again, it's guidance, but what is the point of watching a reading for free on YouTube and not following the guidance, right? You want things to change in your life, but if you don't do the work, it's null and void. You're not going to manifest any. What you're going to do is going to manifest the same health issues, the same money problems, the same relationship issues. Okay, that's what it will manifest, right? I'm also hearing an energy of luck, the lucky number 7, right? It's 7 is the most divine number. So what has this healing manifested? For those of you who've done the work, a lot of things are changing in your well-being. You're feeling different. You're feeling better. You're feeling more energized. Maybe you had coughs all the time, or you were addicted to cigarettes or vaping, or you were addicted to burning yourself out. You were addicted to not giving yourself some time to re-energize, like not sleeping well, not eating well, whatever that is. I'm hearing throwing caution to the wind. Some of you were allowing yourself to be hurt and in despair and just feel worthless or unloved because of your past relationships, not just your romantic ones, guys, your friendships too, your relationships with your parents. Okay, for those of you who've done the work, your relationship with your parents may be changing for the better. Your relationships with your children could be changing for the better. Your relationships with coworkers, your love life is improving if you already had a partner at the beginning of this month, or you are starting to meet new people, or you're starting to date again, or whatever that is, or maybe you already found your divine partner. It depends. For at least one person here, you found your divine partner and you're like, holy cow, this person's a lot like me. And you guys love life. You like a lot of the same things that are valuable to you or important, or your sense of humor is just, they match, okay? That's for at least one person. But again, if your life hasn't changed for somewhat of the better by now, guys, go back and watch the reading. If you did watch the Super 7 reading for June, watch it again. And if you didn't really follow any of the guidance there, now is the time to listen. Okay, so I love how Raphael is here. That is so, so, so cool. What's down here? Oh my God, see the humor. Levity, perspective, wisdom, and playful. You can't make it up. Oh my God. Oh my God. Look at this. You're seeing the humor in situation. Look at, there's these two puppies playing cards, right? I think one of them's doing a reading for the collie. I don't recognize what this dog is, but this looks like a collie to me. They're so cute though. Yeah. This one's doing a reading for the other dog, right? This is funny. And they're on like a pool table in a pool hall or something, or a poker table. Maybe, no, it's not a pool table. I'm looking at it differently. See how funny that is? That can't be a pool table. I'm laughing at myself. There's a feather, a white feather. The angels are with you. Confirmation with Archangel Raphael. Some of you need to work more with Raphael, or work more with someone who connects with Raphael very strongly, like myself. Okay, some of you need to call upon Archangel Raphael more. They're like on a poker table or something. But you see, you can't make it up, man. I was just talking about that. But others of you who haven't really, nothing's really manifested, this is not clicking for you. You need to see the humor. You need to laugh more. Again, laughter is the best medicine. You also need to surround yourself with people who will make you laugh, right? Who will lift your spirits. I know that's what I'm really good at, because sometimes when people are down or whatever, I try to find a joke somewhere. I try to poke fun at something, you know, and to liven them up, to raise their vibration. Okay, we all know that it's always good to laugh. Some of you need to just like watch comedies more often or something, or, you know, just find something and just see something that's funny in it. Maybe it's being hidden from you and you're the one who's supposed to seek it out. Okay, so we're now going to go look into what have you learned. Okay, what has the Super 7 group learned this month from their healing? Holy Spirit, Archangels, Jesus, Mary Magdalene, Mother Mary, Order of the Seraphim, Order of Melchizedek of 100% pure crystalline divine light. Please and thank you. Thank you for your wisdom, your kindness, support, and your clarity. Thank you, Legion of Angels, Guardian Angels, Archangels. One more. Michael, Archangel Michael is going. He's the one who kicks our asses and really tells us the divine truth. So what have you learned, Super 7? Focus upon divine and perfect health. God and Archangel Michael, thank you for continuously reminding me to focus upon perfect health and for guiding my actions so that they support my well-being. Again, there's two different groups here. Some of you have not learned this. You haven't focused upon divine and perfect health. Why do you think he's here? He is the one who helps you to focus upon divine and perfect health, divine optimal health. I highly recommend that you guys go to my Life Illuminator channel and watch the Archangel Raphael healing video. Watch that at least once a day for the whole month. Okay, that's what I'm hearing. Once a day for the whole month. If you feel you got to watch in the morning and the evening, great. Pick a time best for you to work with that video. That is a really powerful video. I'm not just saying it because I was guided to create it. All Archangel Raphael is saying to watch the video that created with this healing, okay, on my Life Illuminator channel. I'll try to remember to post this in the description box below. Okay, but some of you have learned that you like, yeah, I really need to focus on my health. This is no joke. I can't keep bullshitting around and making excuses. Health leads to wealth, guys. That is the golden rule. It is the key to the ultimate success in life. Even if you had $1 billion in the bank and your health was shit, you're not going to be able to enjoy it. I guarantee you that much. All right. So Archangel Michael is saying, some of you have learned, yeah, I really need to really be more health conscious, change my diet, drink more water. This is also tying into divine perfect health, meaning I gotta cut off these people who are bad influences. They're making me drink all the time. They're making me smoke all the time. Again, this is not a judgment. This is to help you to see the truth in your situation, to live a healthier overall life. That's why I illuminate your well-being. That's what me, the Life Illuminator, does. Healing in your wellness is so freaking important because it changes everything in your life, including your relationships. Okay? So some of you are realizing, oh, I'm spending too much time focusing on love, focusing on money, my job, my kids, whatever. I'm spending too much time with these friends who are poor influences on my health. And some of you are like, you know what? I got to cut this off. Some of you have done this. Some of you are being asked to do this. Because some of you have still not learned that your health comes first. You cannot pour from an empty cup, right? You will not have enough energy, vitality, life force energy to truly enjoy life, to go on those walks, to spend time with your grandkids, to go have some fun, to go travel. Because traveling does require a lot of energy, right? Focus upon perfect health for guiding my actions so that they support my well-being. And Archangel Michael is saying, some of you, yeah, you've learned this. Bravo to those of you who had the wake-up call and you followed that guidance to focus more on your health, your energy levels, okay? I'm already getting for the next question we'll look at, what is your energy signature now since you're healing? A lot of you are radiating vibrant health, okay? You probably have a green aura around you right now. There's pure joy in here. Some of you, you're feeling a lot better now. It's like you're looking at life differently, and some of you are looking at life with more optimism, more positivity. This is why when you do this work, it really helps you to look at life in a different light and in a higher vibrational viewpoint, if you will. Okay, so there's that with Michael. All right, so we got Raphael and Michael. We have two archangels here, which I absolutely love. Look what's at the bottom. Positive thoughts create positive results. Exactly. You can say this prayer if you want, but Michael's like, you don't need to go through all that, Jessica. It's okay. See? Positivity. Positivity does amplify your health and your well-being, your energy levels, your vitality, which also produces the energy signature for you to acquire more abundance in all forms. Abundance in really awesome soulmates, like, you know, healthy people, more positive people who don't get butthurt all the time, people who aren't depressed all the time, people who aren't like Debbie Downer all the time. It manifests abundance in all levels where, yeah, it can bring in more money, but more luck even. Lucky things like free dinners or free something, or, you know, you get that parking spot when they said the parking garage was closed, or it could be anything. You get you know, somebody pushes your videos out there. If you're doing social media or YouTube or something, someone puts in a good name for you. You overcome some sort of odds, right? We create our own luck, guys. It's based off of our energy, right? And that tends to do with a lot of karma clearing. So now we're going to look into, I already said the energy signature, but we're going to get a card on that anyway. What is your energy signature now, since what you have healed for the month of June? Did I put the paper in here? Yeah, I did. I put the little booklet in there. Holy Spirit, Archangels, Jesus, Mary, Mother Mary, Order of the Seraphim, Order of Melchizedek, Divine Ascended Masters, Divine Ancestors, Legion of Angels, Guardian Angels of 100% pure crystalline divine light, please reveal to us for highest good. What is Super 7's energy signature at this time? One more. Please and thank you. Thank you for your wisdom, your guidance, your support, and your clarity. Oops. Whoa, the root chakra. You are meant to thrive. Absolutely. Okay? It says, dear one, you are here on earth to do more than just survive. You are meant to thrive, to enjoy the journey. Today, take a few minutes to sit in a comfortable place, close your eyes, take a few deep breaths, and dream of what thriving would look or feel like to you. Ask me and I'll be there to help. Archangel Gabriel's now coming in. Here's your invocation. Archangel Gabriel, turn off the fight mode within my brain and body. Help me as I take a few moments to settle my body while I see, hear, feel, or know what my soul wants to do or create in this life. I know I am meant to thrive. Thank you. Yeah, some of you, you're having a hard time because with this deep emotional healing, it's an ancestral pattern, guys. So don't beat yourself up if you're still in this flight or fight mode. Like, I got to do all this work. I got to do all this stuff. Or like, I have to survive. Some of you are closing off your heart space because you got to survive life and not be hurt again, that type of thing. Some of you, you're working a whole bunch of jobs because you don't see the money coming in or whatever. Again, nature doesn't hurry. Everything's accomplished. We have to really observe nature. If you go watch my animal videos on my Life Illuminator channel, there's so much wisdom with that, where the animals are not trying to survive. They're not in fight or flight mode. They're not pushing. They're not having a hard time. They're not saying, oh my God, I have to have all these jobs. I have to do work hard in order for me to get a nut, in order for me to have water, in order for me to be safe and secure, to have what I need. Okay? Yes, we are human, but still, humans were not meant to be in flight or fight mode. Humans were not meant to be in survival mode all the time. Sure, there are some cases where, oh shit, I gotta get this done. I have to do that. I have to make sure that my family's fed. I have to make sure that my health is intact, whatever that is. But we're not supposed to be on all the time. We're not supposed to be exhausted all the time. We're not supposed to be forcing and pushing just to make $1. Okay? That creates resistance. That goes against the flow, meaning you're going to manifest more problems for yourself, meaning you're going to manifest more health issues. You're going to be so tired, you can't have sex with your partner, like really good sex. And yes, I said that, okay? Root chakra, like red is about passion. It's about like fire energy, right? It's, you're so tired, you can't go fishing. You can't go on a bike. You can't, play sports. You can't do much of anything, right? And yes, we're supposed to be resting. Yes, we're supposed to have days where we do nothing. But I don't know why this is coming through. If you can't have like really good sex with your partner or something, or like there's passion there, or have fun with your partner, like going out, I don't know, playing games, Dave and Buster's, going out for walks, dancing even together or whatever that is, just talking and laughing. If you don't have the energy for that, or you don't have downtime with your partner because you're tired all the time, oof, this is going to hit somebody really hard. You're actually doing yourself a disservice because Yes, well, you're supposed to rest, but if you push so hard and you don't even have time to really enjoy the fruits of your labor, that's an imbalance right there, okay? So some of you, your energy signature is, some of you are now thriving as opposed to surviving, all right? Some of you are now emitting this energy where you now feel safe and secure because you feel better about yourself. When your energy is low, when your health is on the low, you don't feel safe and secure. You're worried all the time. You're stressed all the time. Your mind is on overdrive, right? You keep forcing and forcing and forcing, yet it keeps backfiring on you, right? This is not the time to be in this mode where you think that you have to take control of everything, that you always have to pay your bills and you always have to like be money, security, the car, the house, whatever. I need this to survive. A lot of us need to go back to basics and realize I need my health on the up to survive, because what happens when you're unhealthy and you're just like exhausted and you just can't enjoy life, it's not really worth living, is it? And I'm not trying to put out there something about where you should end your life because of this. No, do not get to that space. Some of you need to put lime in your water, have lime essential oil in your diffuser, okay? Or like just, I don't know, get something that smells like limes and spritz it around your house, because for those of you who are having suicidal thoughts or who are like in this really deep depression or whatever, no, you're meant to be here, okay? Listen to me, you are meant to be here. You really are. I need you whether I know you or not. Okay? I know that sounds weird, but that's what Archangel Michael, Archangel Raphael, and Archangel Gabriel wanted me to say. We all need you in some capacity. All right? So stop thinking that you have to do all this extra stuff and go at it hard all the time to survive. That's not how God built you. Okay? We have to look at our ancestors, the root cause of the problem, right? What is the root cause of the problem? Some of you think that it's fight or flight mode. That is no way to live. It totally it depletes you of your energy. It exacerbates the problems that you are having in your life and all senses of the word. Okay? When I see this root chakra, this is an ancestral pattern, like I said before, right? Some of you are continuing to put out this lower vibrational energy signature because your ancestors thought like, oh my God, I have to survival mode. We live in a world where it's easier to have food. It's easier to acquire water. It's easier to be safe from thunderstorms and winter storms and God knows what else, right? Bugs even, bad smells, I don't know, whatever, the elements. It's so much easier for us, guys. It really, really is compared to our ancestors. So some of you are still repeating the same ancestral pattern from your parents, your grandparents, your great-great-grandparents, everybody before you. Some of you said to yourselves, I'm not doing that anymore. I'm going to let God in. I'm going to focus on my health. I'm going to focus on myself. I'm not going to be out there and say, oh my God, I'm going to run myself to the ground. And some of you can create such horrible health issues, it could lead to premature death. This is really important for you to get to the root of the problem. And with the energy signature, some of you may be having this red aura around you, which also ties into emotional healing, which also ties into the red version of Archangel Uriel, but that's a whole other thing. Okay? But remember what this says. You are here on earth to do more than just survive. You need to enjoy your journey. You need to take some deep breaths in. Some of you really need to go out in nature, all that green, and just ground yourself. Root energy is talking about grounding. Allow yourself to just be, to be in the present moment. Stop worrying about tomorrow. Stop worrying about the money things. I know, guys, I had to do this. And it was really, really, really hard when I lost everything. And this past year when I lost all my clients and I haven't made my own money in a year, okay? Listen, you should be able to tell by the sound of my voice and my own energy signature. Do you think I'm in flight or fight mode? Do you think I'm panicking? Does it look like I'm trying to survive? No. And yes, while I have a partner who is supporting me, I'm helping him to make sure that he isn't in survival mode all the time, for him to trust that God always provides, because he does. But I know that is easier said than done. This takes a lot of practice. It takes a lot of grounding. It takes a lot of clearing of your ancestral patterns. You are going to be okay, but you have to tell yourself that you have to do what is necessary to be okay, to enhance your vitality, your wellness, your energy, your well-being. If you are having a hard time with that, go watch my Archangel Raphael healing video on my Life Illuminator channel. If you're still having a hard time even with that, I highly recommend that you trust in whatever your gut is telling you, to work with a healer who is not in flight or fight mode, who is still doing their work even when money isn't coming in, who is peace, who has very high energy, who is emitting this very luminous light, like myself. If you need that help, seek me out, right? Go ahead and book one of whatever service calls out to you. Get mentorship from me, whatever that is. An energy healing bracelet, whatever. But still, the bigger point here is to commit time, effort, and money with the root chakra to your health and your well-being, so you don't have to be worrying about your safety, your security, your home, your car, your bills. Listen, I donated my car just last Friday. Okay? I don't know where my new car is going to come from. I haven't been driving my own car since I moved to Georgia, even before that. I think it's been 7 months now since I didn't have a car. My car was sitting at my parents' house because I didn't bring it up to Georgia, and then I was guided to go donate it to a veterans organization, honor my paternal grandfather who passed away a long time ago. Am I panicking? Now that I technically no longer have a car, am I panicking? Am I worried? Am I trying to force myself to get a new car? No, I'm not. I know that as long as I continue to do my work and my energy is on the up, the higher energy is, the better your health is, the more biblical miracles you will manifest. And I've done that quite a few times. And I know that my car is going to come in when it's time. However, God sees that fit. If God tells me to do something to manifest that, I will do it. But a lot of the times he tells me to rest and to trust in him, that I will get a new car sometime soon. Whenever he says it's time. Whenever he says I'm ready. Whatever that is, I'm not panicking. And I feel so at peace that I gave my car to a good cause. That is the key right there. I didn't sell it for money. I donated it. And that should be for someone, okay? So there's the energy signature there. Some of you, it's low frequency because red light emits the lowest frequency of light. Some of you really need to work on this. Others of you, it's more of your energy signature is saying you are thriving now because you feel a lot higher vibrational, okay? Now, the last thing we're going to do is we're going to see how will this help you navigate your next month. In this case, how will this energy healing that some of you have completed, how will it help you navigate the month of July 2026? Again, it doesn't have to be July 2026. It doesn't even have to be July. If you're running into this, even when it's not June, July, this is here for you because it's now time for you to open up to the guidance being given here. how will this healing, what has healed, what is manifested for group 7, how will it help them navigate their next month? Thank you, Holy Spirit. 2 more. How will it help them navigate the month of July? Oh. Wow. Expect miracles. Embrace a daily practice of embrace the daily la 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 la. You see how crazy I am? But I'm a Gemini sun. I have to be funny. Expect a daily practice of acknowledging the blessings that surround you. Oh, and I'm Aquarius moon too, so that amplifies my weirdiness. Is that a word? My wordiness, my weirdness, there it is. Weirdness and my humor. There we go. Embrace the daily practice of acknowledging the blessings that surround you. Gratitude opens the door to abundance and invites more miracles into your life. What did I just say about miracles of biblical proportion? Biblical miracles? What did I say about that? The healing that you have done, for those of you who've done your work, because you're already seeing what has been channeled in this reading. You're already seeing this. Those of you who are experiencing what I talked about earlier, expect miracles, because your vibrant, thriving energy, I'm hearing throbbing, that's kind of funny. Your vibrant energy and your energy signature is now elevated to a much higher frequency, which is attracting miracles of biblical proportion. For those of you who have not achieved those levels yet, this is your opportunity to go back and watch the Super 7 reading for the month of June on what is healing. Follow the guidance as best as you can, so that when you are done for that month, you will start to experience miracles. But the big thing here, guys, is to expect them. Expect them. Your feeling is also part of your ability to manifest miracles, big, medium, small. But you also have to embrace a daily practice of acknowledging the blessings that surround you. That you have food, that you have water, that you have a car. Guys, I don't have a car anymore. Technically, I no longer even have it in my possession. It's not my parents' driver anymore. I don't have clients. I haven't had an income in a month, but I'm still seeing miracles. You should really listen to that. You should listen to that. Okay? I still have what I need. I still have my basics to literally survive, meaning food, water, shelter. I still have joy. I still laugh. I can still go on my walks. I can still sleep in if I need to rejuvenate and revive my energy. Your healing is going to help you navigate your next month, because for some of you in July, your July is going to be full of freaking endless miracles, some of biblical proportion. Others of you, this is to encourage you, right? There's a confirmation right there. My diffuser just went off. It stopped because it ran out of water. Acknowledge the blessings around you. Gratitude, gratitude, gratitude. There's the word abundance. He does help with abundance. And some of you may be wanting to get help from me, but you may have looked at my website, or you're going to look at my website, and I'm going to be honest, you're going to look at the cost of things and you'll be like, oh, how am I going to pull that off? How am I going to get that help? How am I going to be able to have all that money to get the help that I know that I need? Listen, go talk to him, please. Pray to him, but watch my video first on my Life Illuminator channel, the Raphael Healing. Watch that a few times. Okay? Get into that space and start praying to him. Just call up and say, Archangel Raphael, I need your help. Just ask him for that. Or say, I need help with paying for my health. services, for my healing, right? Whatever that is. But remember, you have to do your part. For those of you who have a job, do you expect to get paid if you don't do shit? Exactly. If you don't perform at your job, if you don't put in your time, effort, your energy into what they're expecting you to do and to pay you for it, we all know in the 3D world, if you don't perform at your job, you're not going to get paid. You're not going to get your reward. You're not going to get your 401k stuff. You're not going to get your insurance, whatever that is. It's the same thing with your health and your well-being and doing the inner work. You don't do the work, you won't get paid, meaning you won't have the miracles coming in, plain and simple. But for those of you who've done the work, let me tell you, you are going to see some crazy ass miracles, and I am getting goosebumps. Look at this. Oh my God, look at the hairs raising on my head. Look at the angel bumps. Look at the chills. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. You can't make that up. Look, this is what's coming for you. But for those of you who didn't do the work, or you're not doing a daily practice of this, you're not being grateful for what you do have, the simple things, food, water, shelter. If you're watching this, you have a phone and you can pay for your phone bill probably. You may have a friend or two who tries to lift you up. You have this video that is calling you to your healing. Be grateful, because if you're not grateful, don't expect God and the angels to really help you out when you need it, to really answer your prayers, because gratitude is a lower vibrational energy. How do you expect a low vibrational thing to attract the high vibrational thing? It's not a match. It's not. So there is your end of June reading, my Super 7 people. Thank you so very much for watching this. Again, if you want to invest in an energy healing bracelet, let me see who can help. It's funny because I don't have a reference. Now, here's what I'm hearing. If you would like to invest in an energy healing bracelet to support you with this, I do have a Super 7 ring for sale. It's pretty inexpensive. It kind of looks like this. The video is not really going to do it much justice. Let me see here. It does look like amethyst, guys, but it's not. This is Super 7. This is my Super 7 crystal. It has citrine and amethyst combined into one gemstone, okay? I have Super 7 rings, okay? I do have a Super 7 bracelet, which is the Metatron bracelet, the Archangel Metatron bracelet, if you are interested in those, okay? To help you support the energies, to remind you of this reading, to amplify what is being disseminated in this reading, the energy that's being put into this reading, okay? I highly recommend those bracelets. Anything that you find with green in it, my Moses bracelet, my Joe Fuel bracelet, my Kuan Yin bracelet has jade in it. That ties into wellness and good luck. That bracelet too. It's so funny because I don't have them on hand, but that's okay. Just go to my website and check them out. Anything that calls to you, all right? But I'm recommending the Super 7 ring, okay? I do have a green aventuring ring there too. The Kuan Yin, the Joe Fuel, the Moses bracelet. Yeah, that's what they're telling me right now. But if you see something else that calls to you, trust in that, because your soul is going to resonate with a piece there that's going to help you with this. So I highly recommend that you watch that. But the moral of the story of this is, if you're not experiencing not even one of these things, but here's the other thing, you are the miracle first, and you have to understand that there are so many people in this world who do not have what you have, and you know this. So in reality, you are experiencing miracles on a daily basis, because you're having things that so many people are totally without. They've been without for months. That's number one. Number two, if you're expecting bigger biblical miracles or better luck, so to speak, you have work to do. And with that, I give you peace. And God willing, I will see you for July's healing reading, which should be out this week. If you're watching it the week of June 28th, 29th. I highly recommend you watch what needs to heal for June. But July, if you haven't watched what needs to heal for June, this is your moment to do that. Peace be with you, and I'll see you next month. Bye. Hello, my aura amethyst peoples, my Illuminatis. If you're not Illuminati yet, go ahead and become one just by subscribing to this channel. Anyway, for those of you who chose the Aura Amethyst group, this is a reminder. If you have not watched the What is Healing for the month of June for your group, I highly recommend you stop watching this video and you go back and watch that one first. Now, I can't tell you what to do, so if you, excuse me, confirmation burp, continue to watch this video, you may do so, but it may be surprising to you because it may not really resonate with you as much as you might think. But anyway, if you watch the Aura Amethyst video from the beginning of the month of June, perfect. I'm going to get into channeling certain things for this group. Now, if you remember, what you needed to heal for the month of June was the 𝗗𝗶𝘀𝗰𝗹𝗶𝗺𝗵 card. Be gentle with yourself. You've been through a lot and need time to heal and recover. Okay? So, they first want me to talk about my 𝗗𝗶𝘀𝗰𝗹𝗶𝗺 bracelet right here. This is the Archangel Samuel bracelet. It has a beautiful red rose at the top with howlite. This is 𝗗𝗶𝘀𝗰𝗹𝗶𝗺. This is red jasper. And here's a howlite focal bead. Okay, this is on my website. This Archangel Samuel website bracelet is a reminder to unconditionally love yourself so that others can unconditionally love you. Now, everyone's not going to love you. That's just the reality of it. But this ties into self-care and also family unity. Okay? Bringing you a sense of peace with regards to what love really is and for allowing you to really have some strong compassion. Okay? Archangel Samuel is the Archangel of compassion and understanding for yourself and other people, especially in understanding and compassion for what you've been through. Okay? So this is the Archangel Samuel bracelet, energy healing bracelet with the 𝗗𝗶𝘀𝗰𝗹𝗶𝗺. 𝗗𝗗𝗃𝗃 goes very well with what red jasper and white howlite as well to amplify the energies of that archangel and to help you remind yourself of the healing that you need to do, you've already done, or you're still doing. Okay, with this energy. It's a reminder for you to be gentle with yourself. I know when I'm called to wear mine, when I look at this, if I'm going to self-sabotage or I'm going to be hard on myself, I go back to this, pray to Archangel Samuel, and this helps me to remind myself, hey, I need to heal, I need to recover, I need to rest, I need to remind myself of who I am as a divine child of God and to bring more love back into myself, into my life, okay? So, with this group, I'm getting for the end of the month. Now remember, just because this is an end of June reading, manifestation reading, does not mean that this has to be at the end of June or to prepare you for July or whatever. It doesn't have to be 2026. This is June 2026. It doesn't have to be anything like that. If this came to you at this time, this is the right time for you to really get this message, these words of wisdom. I'm hearing words of wisdom, let it be. John Legend. No, that's John Lennon, right? John Lennon. John Legend may be significant for somebody, but anyway, here's the thing with 𝗗𝗃𝗀𝗃𝗃𝗃, okay? What was healing for the month of June? So at the end of this month, some of you have been feeling a little bit of regret and shame. Maybe some of you are realizing, if you have watched my Aura Amethyst reading for the month of June, you're saying, wow, I am being too hard on myself. Yeah, I have been through a lot. Am I really allowing myself time to recover? Some of you, maybe you're still being hard on yourself. Maybe you're still self-sabotaging. Maybe you're beating yourself up a lot for a lot of things. And if this is you right now, go back to the Aura Amethyst reading for the beginning of June and start working with the guidance that was given there. Okay? These readings, these free words of wisdom do not help you if you don't follow through the guidance. Yes, you have free will, but don't expect your life to change. Don't expect to have more peace and to feel more vitality and to just be in a lot of love in your life if you don't actually do something to better your life, to better yourself. Okay, I know for me growing up, I was so hard on myself, it's ridiculous. And sometimes I catch myself now when I do it. And sometimes with my healing and my recovery process, I really do some self-reflection when I start to think, oh man, I didn't do this enough. I didn't do that enough. I should have got myself to that, or I should have made that decision, or maybe I shouldn't have made that decision, or maybe I should have done more, or maybe I should have started this sooner, whatever. No. Or like, why couldn't I have been like this person? Why couldn't my business turn out like this? Why couldn't I be like that? Why didn't I have this type of ability, or whatever that is, this type of life? No. We're not going to get into that. And I know for me, I had to stop, collaborate, and listen, right? Like Vanilla Ice, and say, you know what? I was working through it. I was healing in the process. I was growing. I was evolving. I was learning. I cannot compare myself to other people. Some of you have been comparing yourself to other people. If you're still comparing yourself to other people, you need to stop right now. You need to really look at your life and say, this is my journey. This is my life. I'm different from everybody else. And I have to own up to who I am as a divine child of God. Own up to my gifts, my skills, my talents, and just be okay with that. Accept certain things, but accept the fact that I am capable of love. I am capable of being loved. I am capable of great things. I'm capable of success, right? Just because Tom, Dick, and Nancy are, having this type of life or whatever, or it looks like they're more successful than you, are they really? Okay? Some of you are beating yourselves up as to your past. Maybe you felt that you weren't a good parent, or you weren't a good student, or you weren't a good friend, or you weren't a good sibling, or maybe it's not just about a good this. Maybe you were just... you had a hard time with life. And maybe you being hard on yourself means that somebody in your upbringing, a parent, a caregiver, grandparent, even aunt, uncle, whatever, a sibling, maybe they were very hard on you. They were very harsh with you. And you picked up on that. Okay, so maybe for some of you at the end of the month, you're reflecting on it, you're realizing some patterns. Oh, wait a minute. That's where I got this from. This is why I need to heal. Yeah, I really do not need to stop beating myself up. I really do need to stop thinking that I had the hardest life and it's going to be that way for the rest of my life, and nobody's going to love me, nobody's going to appreciate me, nobody's going to be singing my praises, nobody's going to be cheering for me, right? No. We got to get away from that. Okay. And so it's like, there's this strong pink energy coming here. I'm also seeing Archangel Jophiel, like, really start to do more self-care and self-love. For some of you, you've been doing this. Okay. Some of you have been telling yourself, no, you're good. You've done enough. You are great at what you do. You are, somebody. You do have a purpose. You do have some sort of gift and talent to share with the world, right? What you've been given, what you've been blessed with can benefit many people. But it's also meant to benefit yourself. So really understand that with, towards the end of this month, have you really been looking at your life and saying, why am I being so hard on myself? Or why am I focusing so much on the hard life that I had or am at or I'm still having right now? What can I do to alleviate that? What can I do to make things a lot more peaceful and gentler and softer? Right? Some of you are being this energy, the pressure to perform. Some of you are saying, well, if people will love me if I do this, if I go harder, if I look prettier, if I'm fatter, if I'm skinnier, if I have a better singing voice, if I have better guitar skills, if I am better at my job, people will give me praise and give me accolades and give me that certificate and give me trophies or whatever it is. Maybe if I practiced more for soccer or football, you know, I would get into that team or whatever. Stop. Okay. You are here to honor yourself for who you are. You are here to love yourself for who you are, warts and all, scars and all, guys. Those battle wounds are to help remind ourselves, like, hey, yeah, I went through that, but I did not become it. Or I should not be becoming that. Yeah, I had a really rough childhood. Yeah, I was in an abusive relationship. Yeah, I had this or whatever. Or I overdid it with myself, with my kids, with my job or whatever, and I didn't pay attention to this, and I didn't pay attention to my health, I didn't pay attention to that, and I let this go, and I let that person go, whatever. Why was I so mean? Why was I so silent? Why was I so arrogant? Why was I so passive? Whatever this is a time, again, with those battle wounds, this is the time to reflect and say, hey, I can heal this. I can recover from this. I can recover from this difficult life. It's seeing the point of view, a different point of view, a higher perspective, look at it from a higher vantage point. What have you learned? How is it molded and shaped you? What is it preparing you for? What has that life or that past or whatever it is, what has it led you to now so that you can see something differently? See something about yourself, right? And this is not having a hard life to be a hard person where you shut off yourself from love. You shut yourself out from family, right? My family did this and they did that and they hate me and I'm the black sheep, blah, 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 blah. No, I've been there, done that. Not that my family hates me, but I'm so freaking different. And when I was called to do what I'm doing here now, to help heal people, to help people grow with their alchemical evolution and their ascendant process, when I left that prestigious job with the DOD and that high 6-figure salary and the life that I had, I was looked at like, what in the fuck? I got a lot of bashing. I got a lot of judgment, right? And even when I was growing up, like, I was so hard on myself because I thought I had to perform. I had to be the best. I had to excel at every little thing, which I did. But that ran me to the ground in college. It helped me to be an overachiever, but like a pioneer and a trailblazer in my systems engineering career for 20 years with the DOD. But it had me realize that I kept beating myself up and blaming other people for not recognizing my work, my achievements, my intelligence, my creativity, my badassness. And then I said to myself, I gotta stop doing this, right? When I became single, when I was married, and then I was divorced, and then I became a single mom. I was like, I have to do all these things. I have to go twice as much as above and beyond to be looked at as a great mom, a great wife, a great ex-wife, whatever it is, a great daughter still, a great employee, whatever. No. I had to learn to be gentle with myself. I had to stop succumbing to the pressures of performing for society and other people. I had to stop thinking that I had to be productive all the time, right? Some of you may be beating yourselves up because, you know, you took an extended vacation or you rested too much over the weekend or today or whatever that is, or you're like, I got to take the day off tomorrow, and then or maybe you did take a day off and you're like, you're beating yourself up because shit happened at work or something happened at home or whatever it is, and you're like, oh my God, I shouldn't have done that, right? No. You really need to trust your intuition. I mean, so strongly love yourself first. Unconditionally, right? You need to do you. You need to trust your intuition. I'm getting Archangel Haniel with this too. Your goddess energy, whether you're a man or a woman, your divine feminine energy, like, you've got to have some compassion for yourself. A lot of you did the best that you could with what you had, who you were then, whatever that is. Again, a lot of this deals with ancestral patterns in childhood, your upbringing, your friendships, whatever that is, even your work environment as you get older, right? Have some compassion for yourself. And you don't have to overachieve just to get the praise of someone, just to get the love of someone. You don't, guys. And if people want to hate you for it, they want to shut you out for it, they want to criticize you for it, so be it. And I know that is hard because I've been there. But even if you're the last man, the last woman standing, but you're in your healthy pride, you are in your healthy ego, you are really shining your light so brightly that it blinds people, you feel good about yourself, like not an egotistical good, but like, yeah, I've got this. I overcame this. I can do this. I can overcome. We shall overcome, right? Martin Luther King Jr. I can get through this. I can overcome this challenge, even though it's painful, even though it's hurtful. I'm hearing Archangel Zadkiel now, Archangel Sandalphon. Allow yourself to just be and say, hey, I love myself regardless of past mistakes, regardless of like, I just couldn't do it. I had to say no. Or I had to say yes. Or like, understand you have to be okay with who you really are, but this is about being your authentic self too. Okay, so I'm now hearing we're going to look into what has this healing that you've done for the month of June manifested this month. Okay, I'm going to use the Angels and Auras deck by Bradley Valentine for this. Holy Spirit, Archangels, Jesus, Mary, Mother Mary, Order of the Seraphim, Order of Melchizedek, Divine Ascended Masters. Where's that bug coming from? Legion of Angels, Guardian Angels, Archangels, Order of the Seraphim, Order of Melchizedek of 100% pure crystalline divine light. Please reveal to us for our highest good. What has the healing that the Aura Amethyst people group have done for the month of June? How has this manifested? What is this healing manifesting this month? Or maybe it's already manifested, all right? 3 more, okay. 1. See, this is what happened to the first group here. 2. I'm also hearing for those of you who want to start your own business or start a new career or something, don't look at the past career or job as a waste of time. It's not. Because I know my job as a systems engineer was preparing me for what I do now. We all know this is not computer science. This is not systems engineering, but there is a relation to it. That's for somebody there. Okay, they want one more. What is manifested this month for Aqua? Wow. Aura Amethyst. Uriel. Why is it not focusing? Because the lighting changed. No. All right. I've gone through this before. Uriel, gold. Okay, Archangels, can you help me with the focus of this? Oh boy. I know it has to do with the lighting. Let's see. I don't know if you guys can see it, but it says passion, epiphany, entrepreneur, and driven. I was just talking about like starting your own business or starting a new career, right? Starting something new. The gold version of Archangel Uriel. You guys got an Archangel in this. So what is manifesting? What has your healing manifested if you've done the work? You probably already left that job, or you left that past behind. You started to console yourself. You started to pat yourself on the back. You started to comfort yourself, like being held by Mother Gaia, treating yourself like a baby, right? You took the time to recover. So what's manifesting is like you're not being so hard on yourself anymore, because you're saying, you know what? I have to stop listening to other people telling me I can't do this, I can't do that, you're not capable, you screwed up, you had a bad past, right? No. You're following your passions. For those of you who've done your work for the month of June, or whenever this comes to you, you are following your passions, and maybe you're starting a business from it. You're doing what you really love to do, okay? Maybe you have a passion for public speaking, or for cooking, or for art, or something like that, and other people were criticizing you. Your past was keeping you, was holding you back, right? This is about you. If for those of you who watched my Aura Amethyst reading, maybe it fueled your passion and said it caused you to have this drive to actually change your life and to go after that thing, whatever it was, right? Gold aura is something related to self-employment and leadership. Being a manager, a CEO, being at the top of something, right? Or maybe this is your time to aspire to that. You can be at the top of your game. You can be the rank of the higher rank, or you, whether it's military or something, you can be, you own your own restaurant. You can own your own business. You can, you know, get that driver's license. You can get that, pass the bar, I'm hearing, for some lawyers or whatever. You can get into that college, right? There's something about writing here for some of you. This is his scroll, but Uriel is also known as the fire of God, right? Some of you, what's manifesting for this month is like you had the fire, you had the encouragement to start that business, to start clearing from the past and not letting the past dictate your future. You started to realize that you're capable of something, even though other people said that you weren't, right? Like I talked about the black sheep energy, right? And remember, this could be anything for you. This may not have to be something with regards to entrepreneur or being a manager or whatever that is, being a leader. It could be the manager of your own life, the leader of your own life, taking back what is rightfully yours, meaning your joy, your peace, your happiness, your abundance in all forms, your health. You're being driven to accomplish something that you never thought was possible. And again, this goes back to stop being so hard on yourself, right? Look at all this gold. There is a lot of gold in this. You see this here? That golden aura. You have the ability to get things done. But when I was talking about earlier about I have to do all this stuff, I didn't get this stuff done, I didn't send that message, I didn't send that thing, right? Like I was gonna do something today regarding to the card that I donated last Friday, and I'm like, well, I didn't call the MVA to tell them that I donated the car and I no longer own the car, but am I beating myself up for it? Because I really sat with God and asked God, what should I be doing right now? God's like, I want you to follow your passion. I want you to get these readings out to these people. I want you to do what you love. Yes, I have to tell the DMV, the MVA in Maryland that I donated my car, but God's like, that can wait. There's no rush. Don't beat yourself up. I also talked about, like, I was going to go out for a walk before doing these readings, and God said, no. Clean the entire altar. Rearrange things. Shift the energy. Wipe it down. Do all this stuff. Put stuff away. Reorganize. And I did it. Took me an hour and a half, but I did it because I was taking my time and I was being intentional. And then God told me to sage the whole entire hotel room, to sage my space here, right? And then I was going to go for the walk instead. And then it's funny because God said, no, don't do that. And as I was clearing the altar, God said, look outside. And it got really dark, and then a rainstorm came. I would have gotten caught in that rainstorm if I would have gone out to walk. And now I may not get my walk in today, but I can't beat myself up either. I have to be gentle with myself. I had to focus on what I wanted to do today, or loving something, doing something that I love to do, which is this, which is to help you guys heal, right? That's my passion. I love this stuff, right? You could probably tell in my energy. And so I'm like, yeah. And God's telling me right now, you know, while you're doing this, you're raising your vibration, but you're actually exercising. You may not be physically walking, but you're exercising your abilities, right? You're raising your vibration, which is actually burning calories, right? The fire of God, your passion and fire, it is burning calories. Oh my God, I never heard of that before in my life. Wow. Thank you, God, for that revelation. Thank you, Holy Spirit. That's fucking awesome. Rest also helps with like weight loss, or increasing your energy, right, to make you feel more vibrant. And the higher you are, the higher vibration you are, the more energy you have, you're burning more things, right? Your metabolism goes up too. That's for somebody. So what's manifesting again is something where maybe you already got your business started, you already set up the website, or maybe this is even your YouTube channel, your TikTok channel, your Instagram, whatever. You started creating things to sell on Etsy, whatever this is. You have this passion, you have this drive now. I'm going to work on my healing. I'm going to work on that business. I'm going to get back to it, right? I'm not going to worry about my to-do list. Look, I'm also going to talk about how I always make myself these great like brunches for myself. And I didn't actually do the dishes today because usually I'm used to this whole routine, and then I eat, I have my tea, then I do dishes, then I brush my teeth because I have to brush my teeth because I have like some, you know, I have this ancestral karmic thing with, you know, the oral or teeth issues, I would say, right? So I have to do this extra stuff to protect my enamel and, you know, gum disease and that stuff. I know that's like, it's vulnerable information, but somebody has to hear it. And I know for me, I had to stop being hard on myself. Like, man, why do I have to do all this stuff for my teeth? But I'm able to do it, right? And so I said to myself, my guidance was, I had got this intuitive hit, and God said to me, don't worry about the dishes. Don't beat yourself up that you didn't do the dishes. And I was like, cool. And God said, go prep the altar, go clear it, go start these readings, right? I want you to do more of that stuff because I'm having you get back into that because you've been doing a lot of healing, a lot of resting, right? So this is what I'm doing now. So for any of you, like, you have to apply this to how it fits your life. If you have already started something, I'm hearing you started something, you started to like cross off your to-do list, but not everything on your to-do list for that day. Right? It's like, okay, I have all these tasks. This could be at a 9-to-5 job. Okay, I have all these emails to get through. I have all these people to meet. I have all these meetings to go to. I have all these things to do in my job. I need to get it all done. No, you don't. No, you don't. That burns you out. And you may be set to achieve, to even cross off 5 things out of your 20 item to-do list, and you only get 3 done. Do not beat yourself up, please. Pat yourself on the back because you accomplished something. And for those of you who didn't do anything on your to-do list, or you didn't do anything that you thought you were going to do today, that's okay too. Be gentle with yourself. Honor yourself. Love yourself because you were listening to your body. You're listening to your intuition. You know what? Yeah, I didn't get that done. That's okay. Now, if somebody's beating you up or pressuring you to get certain things done and they're making you feel guilty, absolutely not. They are not supposed to put shame on you or to make you feel guilty. That is low vibrational energy. Do not allow someone to do that to you. You have to come back at them and say, hey, I did the best that I could. I did what I can. I ran into these obstacles. I ran into these issues or whatever, or this person, or I had my child got sick and I had to go take him out of school, whatever this is. My dog, something happened to my dog, or I got in a car accident or whatever, you know, those types of things. You know, just don't feel like you're going to get in trouble or feel like, you know, oh my God, they're going to look at me this way, or I'm not a good coworker, or I'm not a good parent, or I'm not a good this, or I dropped the ball, whatever. You know, some of you may have dropped the ball on something, whatever. But again, you cannot really kick yourself for that because that's not loving yourself. When you try to tell yourself, oh, and you're trying to go based off of somebody else's schedule, absolutely not. No. Do not feel guilty for this, please. You got to do what is right for you. And when things don't go according to plan, that means it's part of God's bigger plan. And this is what we don't teach in this world. I had to learn this for years, and I'm still reminding myself of this. Okay? Oh, I should have saved money for that. I should have not given that to this person. I shouldn't have done that. Nope. If you were genuinely guided to do something or not do something, ooh, look at that egret that just flew over the lake. I don't know if you can see it, but he or she's over there. That's a sign for somebody. It's a beautiful egret over there. If you cannot, if you keep beating yourself like, oh, I shouldn't have done that, should have done this, shoulda, coulda, woulda, stop. I'm seeing Nine of Swords and Tarot. Stop. Relax. 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 Okay? So that's what I'm getting with this. I'm hearing that you have a heart of gold. Some of you who have hearts of gold, you're beating yourself up because you've been so kind and so generous and so loving. Maybe you were helping somebody to start a business, or you invested in somebody's business and it fell apart, or I don't know, or they stole something from you, or they didn't give you any credit, or they didn't acknowledge you, whatever that is. There's so many things coming from this, guys. Okay? You gotta trust that this is part of God's bigger plan for you and for the other person too, or whatever this is. Okay? That's coming from a higher state of consciousness with this. So the heart of gold people, all right, this is also for you to learn to say no, or learn to say yes. Find a balance between the two, but also set boundaries. Also set boundaries. But also taking into account other people's boundaries too. And a lot of times, a lot of things need to be compromised on, okay? So we have Uriel over here. Yeah, that's what I'm getting. So we're now going to talk to Archangel Michael, and he's going, they want me to show what's at the bottom. Oh my God. See, you can't make it up. Look, self-employment. Holy shit. Commitment, resourceful, confident, and rewarding. Yes. What's manifesting for some of you, if you've done your work, again, you're realizing, okay, now is the time to work for me. Now is the time to do what I love to do, to build a business based off of my passions, my skills, my talents, being an entrepreneur. We are coming to an age where we're starting to work for ourselves. And this is exactly what I'm doing right now. And listen, for those of you who may not know this already, but I have to say this because this is part of my story to encourage you. I lost all my clients from my other businesses, all right? I'm on my third business, and I have not had one client since I started at the end of last year, 2025, okay? Number one. Number two, I have not made an income from what I've been doing for an entire year, okay? Number three, I have an Instagram, I have this healing channel, and I have my Life Illuminator channel, and it's not really getting traction yet, but I'm still doing what I love to do. And I'm really being mindful of anyone who tries to tell me, oh, well, you're not bringing any money, or why you keep doing that. You should be doing something else, right? I know by now not to let these other people dictate what God has dictated to me. If I love what I'm doing, if I'm doing what God has called me to do, that is what I'm supposed to follow, because ultimately God is my employer. God is my paycheck. Okay? But remember, this does not have to do anything about money all the time. This has everything to do with whether I am being lit up. I'm getting fired up in my day to do something, to be of service to others, to do something that I absolutely love to do, that I'm really passionate about, that I'm really fervent about, that I really, it's something that just really gets me going. It lights my fire. And this is something that a lot of you are being asked to do, right? It's very rewarding. That job or whatever that you're having, it's not fulfilling anymore. So some of you, you've already started your business, whatever this is for you, self-development even. It doesn't even have to be self-employment, okay? If you've already started this and you're feeling more confident about yourself, and you're committed, you know what? I'm going to do this. I'm going to start this business. I'm going to start this thing. I'm going to do this thing. Keep at it. No matter what the fuck happened, guys, keep at it. If I can keep doing what I'm doing without clients, without the money, whatever, and I still love what I do, that means that you are golden, right? If you watch that K-pop Demon Hunters movie with that golden song, go listen to that if you haven't listened to it already. You're golden. Why? Because you are doing what you love, which means you're being your authentic self, which means your vibration goes up, which means you're ready to start manifesting miracles. and you're not being overcome by stress or some boss who like tries to run you down or something, being in something that you don't love to do. Do you know how many people hate their jobs? You're going to be one of those people who are going to be pulled out of the rat race, and you're going to be on the opposite side of the fence. Like, I love what I do. I have all this freedom. I get to dictate my hours. I get to go on vacation when I want. I get to spend time with family when I want. I get to take a shit when I want. I get to walk out in nature when I want. I can go fishing whenever I want. I can drive somewhere when I want. I can go visit somebody whenever. Well, I can eat whatever that is, right? You get to call the shots. You get to be your own boss, and that means everything to you. If you haven't done this yet, this is your time to go back and watch my Aura Amethyst reading for the month of June. Get the guidance there to get you energized, to get you ready to do your healing, so that you can have the confidence and the courage to commit to being your own boss, to starting your own whatever this is, to doing what is right for you, so that you can live a happier, more harmonious life. Okay, so there's that. So now we're gonna get into what you have learned for the month of June through your healing. What has Aura Amethyst learned? What do the people in the Aura Amethyst group, what have they learned from doing their healing for the month of June? Two more. Archangel Michael, Jesus, Mary, Mother Mary, Order of the Servant, Order of Melchizedek, Divine Ascended Masters, Divine Answers, 100% Pure Crystalline Divine Light. I know that was more than two. Don't start criticizing me. Michael wanted some more. Here we go. Oh, man. You know what? Give me a minute. I'm going to try to turn this light on, see if it helps any. Let's see. I might not, because that light doesn't go far. All right. See, I need to be gentle with myself. I can't beat myself up, because now that the sun's going down and there's less light back there, I know it has to do with the light. Oh, well, I'm going to have to read it. It's time to leave this unhealthy situation. Archangel Michael, what parts of my life do I need to focus on more closely right now? Thank you for helping me hear your answers and for giving me the courage to make healthy changes in my life. You can't make it up, can you? Nope. Nope, nope, nope. Some of you, what have you learned? You have learned to leave that unhealthy situation. A lot of you, it's that job. It's the job. You know it's not fulfilling you. You know you're not happy there. It doesn't light your fire. You're not following your passion. So why are you in that job? That's just the honest to God truth. Why do you continue to do this? Look, I've been there. When I realized at the end of my 20-year career as a systems engineer with the DOD, I'm like, you know what? I'm not really excited about this anymore. I was dragging my feet. And I'm like, I can't stand these people. I keep being tired of being backstabbed and betrayed and sabotaged, and people not really, cheering me on, or really honoring what I do. I was being undervalued and underpaid. Even though I was making a high six-figure salary, I was being underpaid. But this is not about being greedy. I'm talking about the value of my worth, right? I was undervalued. I was unappreciated a lot of the time. And that's when God was giving me these messages and all these signs and synchronicities to exit out. And then I started to learn that I had all these gifts and talents. I'm like, holy crap, God, I love doing this stuff. And God says, time to leave that unhealthy job, that unhealthy situation, those people, and start working for yourself. A lot of you, this is what you're in. But again, it does not have to be a job. If you know you need to leave an unhealthy situation, okay? Could be a marriage, could be some sort of relationship, could be an addiction, whatever that is. And you got to do some self-development. You got to do something for the self, right? Something for the self. Be gentle with yourself. Okay? Be gentle with yourself. And this is so telling, because I'm doing this reading and God's like, don't beat yourself up because it's not focusing. This doesn't have to be perfect. You see, this is real-time learning lessons for me right now, guys. And some of you be like, oh, it's blurry, I can't see it. I don't give a shit. That's not my problem. This is a real time thing about this whole message about be gentle with yourself. Like, don't beat yourself up because it's not perfect, because people won't be able to really see the card. I read it. You're just gonna have to trust what it says, right? And I'm not trying to go rack my brain and go off, you know, trying to fix this thing. I don't have to. I really don't. What parts of your life do you need to focus on more closely right now, guys? Some of you have already done this, because some of you, this is what you're learning. What you have learned, I mean. You've already learned this. The others of you, you need to go back to that Aura Amethyst reading and get the guidance on how to leave this unhealthy situation and what you need to focus on more closely. If you haven't already left that unhealthy situation and you know what that is, then what's manifesting for you right now, it's not for you right now. That's the God honest truth. You should feel more passion, more fire. You should be working towards being your own boss, or you've already left that job and you feel more peace, okay? You feel more confident. You feel like you're doing something that's more rewarding in your life. If you're not there yet, you haven't done your work yet, and now's the time to do it. Leave the unhealthy situation. The bottom of the deck is pay attention to your dreams. A lot of you are having dreams about something, to leave that job, to start your own business. You're getting ideas, right? He brings about some brilliant ideas, some brilliant epiphanies. Go do them. And do not worry if it doesn't get any traction, doesn't bring you any money. If people hate it, people don't view it, people don't buy it, do not worry about that, because so many people fucking give up too soon and they miss their success. They miss their blessings. They miss their miracles because of everyone else being hard on them and because of them being too hard on themselves. Okay? So leave that unhealthy situation. What we're going to do now is check on what your energy signature is since you're healing. Let's go look into your energy signature or Amethyst group. All right, Holy Spirit, Archangels, Jesus, Mary Magdalene, Mary, Order of the Seraphim, Order of Melchizedek, of 100% pure crystalline divine light, please reveal to us for our highest good. Legion of angels, guardian angels, archangels. What is the current energy signature for the Aura Amethyst group? Please and thank you. One more. Thank you for your wisdom, your guidance, your support, and your clarity. Here we go. The third eye. I was going to say the third eye, as weird as that sounds. Somebody needs to drop a deuce. You got a turd coming out? I don't know. Listen, I'm a quirky, funny person. This is relevant for somebody because I channeled it. Third eye. Check your clear. Ooh, I said check your perceptions. This card says clear your perceptions. Dear one, the celestial field around your body is your gateway to the heavenly realms. This is where divine wisdom is translated and integrated into perceptions and understanding, not only through visions, but knowing, hearing, and feeling. Not only through visions, but knowing, hearing, and feeling. Healing this field will help you make decisions and take action from a higher motivation of creating more peace, love, and beauty in the world. Archangel Zadkiel is here. I felt Archangel Zadkiel's, I think I said Zadkiel in this reading. Did I not? Doesn't matter. I probably did, but I know I said it in whether it's this group or the Super 7 group. Here's the invocation. Archangel Zadkiel, please use your violet flame to transmute any distortions, blocks, judgments, fears, or anything else that keeps me from clearly seeing, hearing, or feeling divine wisdom. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Archangel Zadkiel, for this wisdom and this guidance. Look at that. Transmute any distortions, blocks, judgments, fears, or anything else that keeps me from clearly seeing, hearing, or feeling divine wisdom. This is also clear your perceptions, about yourself. Not just other people, but with yourself. Okay? Healing this field will help you make decisions and take action from a higher motivation of creating more peace, love, and beauty in the world. So, it's like Uriel here is to help you follow your passions, because you know what? This is not just for you. This is also for other people who are going to benefit from your passions, from your business, from what it is that you're being called to do, from your self-development work even. Okay? This is not a me society. We are all here to contribute for the greater good of the planet and the universe. So this is like with this indigo. No, this is violet, right? No, this is indigo. The indigo aura here, the energy signature, right? Since you're healing, for those of you who've done your work for the month of June, right? Who really did some self-reflection and you got that drive, you got that motivation, right? Your third eye is opening to see beyond what your human eyes see, to also go beyond what other people see in you. I remember a dear friend of mine who was my twin flame had told me, it doesn't matter how other people perceive you because it's not who you are. That was really golden at that time for me. And that helped me on my path to not be dictated or believe how other people perceive me, right? That's how they think. That's how they view me. But if it's out of alignment with how I view myself, it's not my truth, right? Now, there are other times where other people will say, hey, I see your potential. I see you starting your own business. You should follow your passions. And if you get that little nudge, you get that inkling, and you start saying to yourself, yeah, you know what? Maybe I should. Yeah, I am passionate about that. And sometimes it's hard for other people to see other people's positive perceptions because they don't believe in themselves, because they're hard on themselves. And that could be you. If someone tells you, hey, you're very gifted with that. Hey, you're capable of doing that. Hey, you should start that business. Hey, you should work for yourself. Hey, you should go do this. Go put that out there, right? You're very good at what you do. Don't let anybody tell you that you're not. And you start thinking, no, I'm not smart enough. I'm not good enough. I'm not skilled enough. I'm not talented enough. I'm not pretty enough. I'm not thin enough. I'm not stop it. If people light you up and they give you the encouragement, their perception of you actually can benefit you. But if other people are bringing you down, you can't amount to anything, that's not going to work for you, you're going the wrong way, that's a stupid idea. No, if it makes you feel like low about yourself, that's not of the divine. That's coming from a lower vibration. Okay? So you can call upon Archangel Zadkiel to help you clear your perceptions of yourself and other people. See yourself through the eyes of God, the third eye, your spiritual eyes, your spiritual ears, your spiritual mind, right? Other people do have the ability to see you with the way God sees you, like in my case, right? I know all of you who are watching this, you are capable of really, really great things. And you got to start believing yourself in that. You need to stop sabotaging, stop criticizing yourself. Some of you may have strong Virgo in your chart, right? This can also be pertaining to love relationships or your parental relationships or your child relationships, whatever that is, your friendships. Okay? Stop being so hard on yourself, guys. Listen. I've been there, done that. I have very strong Virgo in my chart. I used to be my best critic, okay? In a negative way. I had to learn to stop doing that. And I also had to stop looking at the negative side of things all the time. I can see the negative things. I can see the things that are in alignment, but then I'll also see the positive things, the things that are in alignment. I had to change my perceptions too of myself and not allow other people's low perceptions of me bring me down. Okay. Very strong purpley energy here. All right. So some of you, this is your energy signature since you're healing for the month of June, because you're starting to see things a lot more clearly. Your intuition is tied to the third eye, right? Knowing yourself is tied to the third eye. Buen provecho, Yoshi. It's my cat's dinner time. This is being more spiritual in nature, seeing things from a higher perspective, a spiritual perspective, a godly perspective, your inner knowing perspective. Knowing who you are is important. For the others of you, you're being asked to do the work so that you can clear your third eye. Some of you need to literally do some third eye chakra clearing. Okay? Your intuition needs to be unblocked. You really need to trust in it more. Some of you need to do some more meditation. I'm hearing Amethyst can very well help you with your healing. Okay. I highly recommend my Archangel Metatron bracelet to help you remember this message, to help you remember what you need to heal or what you've been healing from, to help you to clear your perceptions, to help you to trust in your intuition, and to help clear your third eye. Okay. Super 7 can help with that, because Super 7 energies both have citrine and there it is, citrine and amethyst. And because gold Uriel is tied to citrine, that could also help you too. So this is a Super 7 ring that I have on my website. It's fuzzy, guys, but I'm not going to worry about it. Okay. See if I put it on my thumb. It's so funny how stuff is so blurry now. Right? This is my Super 7 ring. Go to my website and check it out. Okay. It has both citrine and amethyst in it. Amethyst to clear your third eye. Okay. And also citrine, which ties into gold, which also helps with success. It's the merchant stone. It's also a stone that helps you to build confidence and courage, and it also is a stone for self-employment and for starting your own business or having, you know, prosperous beneficial businesses that help the collective. Okay. I also have my Wisdom of Atlantis bracelet. I'm hearing very strongly, some of you who are at a higher level of consciousness, that bracelet is ridiculously powerful. It does have amethyst in it. That could very well help you to remind yourself of who you really are, that, you know, to tap in more to your entrepreneur spirit, but also to help you open your third eye and to tap more into the higher levels of consciousness, like Aquarian energy, with these unconventional ideas, these very unique trailblazing ideas, and for you to trust in moving forward with them. Okay. I'm also hearing my King Solomon bracelets. I have a men's version and a women's version. Dude, those bracelets are one of the most powerful bracelets I've ever made. All of them are very powerful, but check out the Wisdom of Wisdom of Atlantis and the King Solomon bracelets, because King Solomon also has citrine in it. Okay, that is the bracelet for the entrepreneur, for the queen-like people, for the business owners, for those who really want to change the world. All right. So lastly, we're going to look into how is this healing going to help you navigate the month of July, or whatever month is coming next. Okay. Holy Spirit, Archangels, Jesus, Mary, Mother Mary, Order of the Seraphim, Order of Melchizedek, of 100% pure crystalline divine lights, Legion of Angels, Guardian Angels, Archangels, please reveal to us for our highest good. How will The healing that was done for the month of June helped the Aura Amethyst group navigate their month of July, or whatever month is coming for them. Please and thank you. One more. Oh, look at that. They had me look at the bottom first. Find your tribe. Surround yourself with positive energy and uplifting people. Seek out those who inspire you and support your journey towards self-discovery and self-love. Need I say more? But the top of the deck is that they wanted me to pull is find your joy. Find joy in the present moment, dear one. The angels remind you to be fully present and savor each precious moment of your life. For your time here is fleeting. There's rainbows there. That's the covenant between you and God. Everything is going to be great. Everything's going to be fine. And Danny, you will find your bliss and joy when you work for yourself, when you follow your passions, when you do what lights you up. The fire within you. That is God leading you to what you were meant to do, right? That fire, that passion, it's finding your joy. Our purpose in life is to have a joyous, harmonious, fun life. That's all of our purposes. And that also ties into you being of service to humanity, to God, to what you were put here to do. And you find joy in it. Like I said, I find joy. I love what I do, even without having clients, even without having the income right now. I know that's gonna change, but I know God's tribe, he's been testing me for years to see if, like, are you gonna do what you really love despite the 3D world stuff? This raises our vibration. This is part of our ascension journey. This gets us to higher levels of consciousness and emission and our energy signature so that we can attract incredible things that bring us more joy. You put out the joy, you get more joy back. You put out all this negative stuff, you get more negative stuff back. What lights you up? And this healing is going to help you really do more of what you love, what you're passionate about, what brings you joy and fulfillment, despite what anybody else says you should be doing or you should not be doing. Okay? So July, for a lot of you, if you've done your work for the month of June, if you follow through the guidance with the Aura Amethyst reading for the month of June, you're going to start to see a lot more miracles. You're going to see a lot more joyful, amazing things in your life. More joy is going to come to you, right? For those, and this is also, you're going to see more of you trusting in yourself and being in the present moment and not worrying about what's going outside of you or people's perceptions of you that are negative. Being fully present. Your July, joy in July, maybe your name is Joy. If your name is Joy, this is a huge message for you. Okay? Savor each precious moment of your life. A lot of you, this healing you've been doing for the month of June is going to bring you a July where you're really going to enjoy the little things in life. And your whole world view, your perception of your life and your world is going to change for the better. Those of you who haven't done the work, you need to do the work if you want to attract more joy, more peace, more bliss in your life, to help you to learn to look at the little things in life and to savor each little precious moment. Yoshi! Hold on a second. My cat tends to even though he was just had his food and drinks from his water bowl, he tends to drink water that may be sitting out somewhere else. Remember, find your tribe. This is giving me a message. I really need to start doing group sessions to help inspire people and uplift them. I have to keep doing these live streams, and I have to start doing these group sessions so that we can all light each other up. You, again, like I said before, you gotta cut off people. Stop hanging around people or even listening to YouTube videos, TikTok, whatever this is, Instagram posts that don't do this for you, who don't give positive energy. Now, they have to also bring in the dark with the light. You cannot be positive all the time. There's such a thing as toxic positivity. You need to surround yourself with people, engage in activities, engage in social media content that uplifts you, that inspires you, that says, yeah, wow, this is great. You feel lighter. You feel more vibrant. You got to surround yourself with that more. Okay? Seek out those who inspire you and support your journey, not block it, not judge it, not hinder it. And that's hard. I'm going to tell you, look, you get an extra card. Expect miracles is behind that. That's what Super 7 got. I have no friends. Okay? It's just me, my partner. Yoshi, really? My cat's being adventurous right now. This is, I only have my partner, my son, my family. That's it. I don't have any friends. I do follow people, right? That's with social media is very few who are amazing healers, amazing readers, amazing teachers, right? They really help me. They don't lower my energy. They don't bring my levels down. They help me to bring my levels up, especially when I start to find myself going down. Positive people will bring positive results. Your positive thinking will bring positive results. That came out in Super 7's message. You may want to watch that group too. But you got to surround yourself with people who encourage you, who motivate you, who keep you going, who see your dark and your light, but they're not judging you because of your dark. They're helping you to transmute the dark into light. That's who you need to surround yourself more with. And with that, that is your reading for the month of June, the end of June, I should say. Again, if you would like to work with me, my offerings, my mentorship, again, the healing bracelets that I mentioned, I highly recommend that you check out the description box below and click around, go, view my website for inspiration even. I mean, who knows? You may be led to something that may say, hey, you know what? I'm going to try this out. I'm feeling called to this. This could be something new for me that I'm excited about, right? I need more motivation, whatever that is. Yeah, this is also telling me that I'm going to try to do live streams every Wednesday, but also I need to do like group sessions or something. I got to figure out how that's going to work. But if you're interested in those things, subscribe to my channel or hit the notification bell so that you know when I'm going to go live or something like that. Or check out my Instagram account too, because I do different things for inspiration and motivation there. But also I would more so have you sign up for my website so that you can get notified as to when I will start doing private group sessions and things of that nature. Yeah, or even other live streams that may be different where we do like group something. Anyway, that's for you guys. I pray that this illuminated your well-being. And I also pray that you have, that this helped you, and more so that it motivated you and inspired you, right? Again, the illumination is there. And I wish you a very blessed July. And God willing, don't forget, I will be putting out what needs to heal for July. So be on the lookout for that stuff. That's going to be a big one because July is going to be a really crazy ass, kick-ass, I don't even know, whatever. It's going to be a wild month. Let's put it that way. July is going to be a mild. It won't be mild for some people. It's going to be a wild month for a lot of people. Stay tuned for that video because there's going to be some massive collective healing going on with that. And with that, God willing, I'll see you for the July reading. I love you guys. Bye. Hello, my Tiger's Eye people. I'm already hearing something that could remind you of this reading, remind you of who you are, of whatever comes through here. One of my energy healing bracelets that will support you with whatever comes through your end of June reading. It's the King Solomon bracelet. Our Amethyst people got that message too, because mainly this is Tiger's Eye that was supposed to support you, give you the guidance for your healing for the month of June if you actually follow the guidance. But they're telling me to go invest in it, but to check that out. It is such a powerful bracelet. It's not even funny. You have to acquire it and wear it to try it out. I mean, it even helped, like, it helped myself out when I was wearing it, when I created it. It's helped my partner out. He has the male version of it. There's a female version, and a male version because of the size. Anyway, that's coming out straight out the gate. So for those of you who chose clear quartz, right, if you did your healing, that's what's manifesting for the end of June. With the Tiger's Eye, remember, this was about, your healing was revolving around self-confidence through God confidence. Believe in yourself by believing in God working through you. Now, I know it's blurry, but I'm not going to get caught up in it. It is what it is. I'm still going to channel anyway. It does not have to be perfect. So if you're going to put in the comments, I can't see, it's blurry, you need to fix your focus, I don't give two fucks, okay? You're just going to have to listen as opposed to watch this thing or to read this thing. You're going to have to be trusting. I'm sure you can kind of see some of the text, whatever, but it doesn't have to be perfect. And you can probably see the reflection of my camera stand in there too. So, Tiger's Eye, my clear quartz people. I'm going to start channeling some messages before I start pulling the cards, right? On what has this healing manifested for you this month. I'm getting, for those of you who did your work, if you watched my clear quartz reading for the month of June, you know what was asked of you by God, the angels, the guidance was provided, the herbs, the fruits, vegetables, whatever was in your reading was to prepare you for the end of the month. But I didn't talk about what this was going to do to help you manifest something, but because I wasn't supposed to be telling you that. Anyway, for those of you who followed that guidance, I'm getting you're manifesting like a whole other you. But it's not a whole other you like you're really new. It's remembering who you were the entire time. Some of you have very strong Leo in your chart, very strong fire, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Okay, it doesn't have to be that, but some of you, maybe you're depleted in your fire energy. And you're now coming into realization of, like, you know what? I am a badass. I am the shit. I am the goat, whatever that is. And it's like nobody can tell me any different. Those of you who did your work. Now, if you didn't watch the clear quartz video and my what's healing for the June, what's healing in June video, I highly recommend you stop this right now and go watch that first. Because for some of you who didn't do the work, or maybe this is the first video you've watched from me, what's manifesting at the end of this month isn't going to resonate with you because you aren't aligned with it. You haven't done the work for it. Now, don't get butthurt if you're watching this. Oh, yeah, well, wait, that didn't manifest for me. That didn't happen. You can't get butthurt about it because A, it could be you didn't do the work. B, you don't believe in yourself. C, you're not aligned with it. D, maybe it's not for the end of June 2026 until July 2026. This could be June of next year. Maybe this already happened for you in a different year in the month of June. This could be June 2030. But you can't worry about that either because you're needing to hear this now for a reason. So the Tiger Eye people, the clear quartz people, some of you are really realizing, man, I have so much more confidence in myself. I have so much self-belief and self-assuredness. I can really do this stuff, right? Again, self-confidence through God confidence. Believe in yourself by believing in God working through you. God is the one who gets you going. When you have that bond with God, when you connect with God, it's like, yeah, I've got this. I am capable. I'm believing in my craft. I'm believing in my belief systems. I'm believing in myself so much so that I am limitless, right? It's like that perfume, that cologne that my son wears. It's called Limitless, right? Which smells fantastic. If you guys are, you can, even women can wear this, okay? It's more of a men's cologne, but I don't know why I'm not advertising. I'm not getting paid for this, but I don't know who makes it, but it is a cologne entitled Limitless. It has, I think it has lavender in it and cedar wood. It has florals in it, but it also has more quote unquote manly scents, more woodsy scents. I don't know why this is coming out, because it's funny, because it would be funny if my son was watching this. If my son, Juju, if you're watching this, hi. I love you very much. Yeah, something about being limitless, okay? You're not putting limitations on yourself. You can do anything you put your mind to. Again, go talk to Eminem. He has got confidence. That's for damn sure. Some of you are realizing that you have a bigger set of balls than you thought you did. And this is not about arrogance. People confuse confidence with arrogance. Now, if you're going out there being overly hard-headed and egotistical, meaning, I'm better than everybody else and you cannot, amount to what I do, and you're stupid, you're not capable, you are beneath me type of thing. No. That's where the arrogance comes in. That's where the high egoism comes from, the unhealthy ego, right? So this is really about believing in what you're capable of. And some people may think that you're arrogant. They may think that you're self-centered. They may think that you are on your high horse. But hey, do you know how many people on this planet don't believe in themselves? Who don't believe that they can amount to anything? Who don't take risks? I'm getting very strong Emperor energy, very Aries, but a healthy level of Aries. These are people who are confident enough where they inspire the confidence, the God confidence in others. Okay? These confident people, this could be you, where you're not putting other people down, you're trying to inspire them too. This message came out a lot in the Aura Amethyst reading. And so this is more so where you're like, okay, you know what? I'm starting to tell myself, I can do this. I am capable. I am lovable. I am able to succeed, right? And this is going against the 3D world definition of success, where you have to have the money, you have to have the degree, you have to have the certifications, you have to have the experience, right? You have to have all these material things to prove your worth, to prove that you're good at something, to prove your capability, to prove your expertise. No, this is not what this is. We're moving away from that as we're coming into the new earth. And this is more so about when you know that you're good at something, you know that you're good at something. And other people may think that you're not, but it doesn't matter what they think about you. Okay? It really, really doesn't. For me, I was so held back by so many people's perceptions of myself. And when people used to criticize my things, my work, whatever, this is at my systems engineering career. This is even what I do now. People not listening to me or honoring my work or recognizing my work, right? That was a long time ago. That used to determine how I viewed myself. That used to determine how good I was at something, until I put a stop to that. And I said to myself, I could be the only one standing on this platform. I could push out one video and only have one person watch it or nobody watch it. And I'll be okay, because I know it was a badass teaching. I know it was a badass healing. I know it was a badass, it was gold, right? It was already gold before someone told me it was gold. It was a badass video, whatever that is. It was a badass product, like my energy healing bracelets, right? They're so different from what anybody else does. And some people were like, oh, there's an affirmation with this, or oh, this does this, or this is supposed to help with this. I don't know what that is, or whatever. I don't follow that. It doesn't matter. I did it. I created it because God put that in me. And I have to trust what God put in me, right? This is really, 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 that's where the God confidence comes from. You trusting what God put in you. He made you. So he knows what you're capable of. It's just a matter of you believing that you're capable of that yourself. And you don't need the views, you don't need the followers, you don't need the sales, you don't need the accolades, you don't need the blow-ups from other people, you don't need other people putting you on their podcasts or on their YouTube channels or on their pamphlets or in their social media accounts to put you on the pedestal or to praise you or to say, hey, go follow this person, go do this with this, go look at this, go look at that. You don't need that. All you need is yourself. And when you stop believing in yourself first, other people start believing in you. But sometimes when you're very different from everybody else and you're very unique and you do things that people don't normally do, it's hard for other people to follow you. It's hard for other people to believe in you because you're so foreign, because you're so weird, because you're so out there, because you're so unique, because you do things that nobody else has done. A lot of you are trailblazers. A lot of you are pioneers. And I can sense very strongly in this group that you know that deep down. And for those of you who followed the guidance for my June readings for this group, you're starting to realize that about yourself. And I could have very well given you the motivation to get you there, to really start owning up to who you really are as a divine child of God. But it's not just that. It's about your uniqueness and your divine gifts and your divine talents, and knowing that you can amount to more than what society tells you can, and let alone what your parents think you can amount to, your siblings, your children, your co-workers, whoever else, right? A lot of you are doing things that have never been done. And this group is really going to go far. This is why when I did your June reading, if you haven't watched that, go back and watch it, because this really isn't going to help you as much as it could as if you watch your clear quartz reading for June on what needs healing. Okay, a lot of this healing pertains to you. It really comes down to believing yourself and clearing away what other people said about you. This is also about clearing away your past, right? Maybe your past really wasn't what you thought it would be, or you think that you were stupid then, or you made so many mistakes, or you were wilding out, or you were just doing so many crazy things that, you know, people are defining you by that, and you can't allow that to happen. But what I was going to say is that, you know, there's a strong pioneer, trailblazer uniqueness to this group, because when I did your June healing reading, that was the longest reading out of all the three, but that was because there's so much more to you guys. I'm hearing multifaceted. A lot of you are very multifaceted. You're like the jack of all trades. You know how they say the quote, jack of all trades, master of none? I'm getting very strongly, where you want to believe it or not, this is really coming through from a really godly place. You are the jack of all trades, master of all. And I know a lot of people are going to be like, there's no such thing. That's bullshit. That's fake. I'm hearing fuckery. I don't know where that's coming from, but people are going to come back and probably tell me that doesn't exist. Who said that? We're coming into a world where things that were non-existent are becoming existent. Things that were impossible, or people who were deemed impossible, are becoming possible. Okay? A lot of you guys are in this energy, or you're being guided to believe that in yourself. Because if you're watching this and you were led to this group, this is where you're at. And I resonated a lot more with this group, with the clear quartz people, right? So a lot of you are a lot like me in the sense where you're going to be changing the world in very, very significant ways. You're going to change the viewpoints and whatever it is you're being called to do, or belief systems and certain things that you can't do this, or that's not possible, that doesn't exist. You're going to actually bring it into existence, right? You got to look at the pioneers and the trailblazers. You got to look at Ben Franklin. You got to look at the Wright brothers. You got to look at Booker T. Washington. You got to look at Abraham Lincoln. You got to look at John F. Kennedy. You got to look at why am I hearing the labyrinth? You got to Jim Henson. Thank you. You see how different Jim Henson was? And people thought his stuff was stupid or like retarded or whatever? No, it wasn't. He was one of the most creative geniuses of all time. You got to also look at, I'm hearing Gordon Ramsay. You got to look at, dude, his name begins with an L, which is why I said, not Liberace. Oh my God, what's his name? Hold on, because they want me to say this guy's name. He did so many things. It was unbelievable. What? Yes, George Lucas. My partner's telling me George Lucas because he's back home from work now. He's helping me out too. George Lucas is one of them. Steven Spielberg is another one. A lot of you are resonating with these people because it's giving you a heads up as to what you need to be following your dreams on. Leonardo da Vinci. Thank you, Leonardo da Vinci. I was like, this name has got to come out. Look at Leonardo da Vinci. He wasn't just a painter, guys. Go look him up. He's been coming up a lot. Architect, builder, inventor. Like, he even did stuff with aromatherapy, music even. He even wrote freaking music, guys. Like, this guy, he was the jack of all trades and master of all. He just had a hard time of just focusing on something specific so that he can kind of like really elevate something. But even then, Leonardo da Vinci was like something of a phenomenon in human history. Okay, so this group, and I'm getting goosebumps as I say this, right? I said this, I think group 7, if you know, you get my hairs are standing up. You guys are really going to amount to something. It's not just big, it's monumental. Okay, it's not just life-changing, it's changing on things on a universal scale, on a biblical scale. That's how big you are going to be. But here's the challenge. Here's where you gotta really heal. If you haven't healed, if you're not healing this yet, this is the time to start healing from this. You really believing in yourself when nobody else believes in you at the beginning. You still owning up to your abilities and your craft and knowing that, like, yeah, you know what? This is going to be something that is going to break the mold. It's going to shatter the glass ceiling. It's going to go beyond the stratosphere. I'm hearing SpaceX, which is tying into Elon Musk. And now I don't want to hear it in the comments about like Elon Musk this, Elon Musk that. There's even President Trump, okay? I don't want to hear it about this stuff. We got to look at this differently, okay? So many people are cowards, all right? And other people want to go like exonerate the cowards, but chastise and denigrate and belittle the God confidencers, if that's even a word. Do you know the irony in that? Like, who wants to like really follow and believe in a coward? And I'm not saying that to judge people. I'm not saying that to belittle anyone. But here's the thing. We allow fear to hold us back. We allow these false beliefs about ourselves to keep us from pursuing our dreams. But it's more so pursuing the life that God has for us and the will God has for us and the purpose that He has given us to do great things in the world. Every single one of you has something great to put out there on this planet. Yet this group, it's going to be of biblical proportions. You're going to really change lives. I'm also hearing like the iPhone, which is tied to Steve Jobs, right? Wozniak, like Bill Gates. We have to stop judging these people for what they did or didn't do. Or, you know, they could be very egotistical or like have this skewed vision or whatever. But like, who are we to judge these people? We have no say and no right in judging anyone, right? That's God's jurisdiction. It's not ours. We have to look at these people differently, look at things differently. And when I'm hearing Elon Musk, right? He became the first trillionaire in the history of man. People didn't think that was possible, but look, that is possible. And what I'm hearing, some of you could actually achieve something greater than this guy or even achieve trillionaire status. I'm getting very strongly that because Elon Musk was able to break that barrier of the billionaire level, to the trillionaire level, do you know what that has opened up? That is going to create a lot more trillionaires. And for those of you who are listening to this, you could very well be one of those people. Okay? Don't think that it's not possible. Don't think, yeah, you're full of shit, Jessica. No. I know what I'm saying. I have all the fucking confidence of what I'm saying because this is being recorded and putting on this YouTube platform. People are going to run this back and say, wow, she actually said that. Now look at all the trillionaires that are coming out. This could very well be for you, where you save this video and you run this back, I don't know how many years later, and say, oh my God, she said that I could be one of those trillionaires, and you became one of those trillionaires, okay? This could also be tying into billionaires, you know? But here's the thing. We're going to utilize that wealth to benefit the planet, to benefit the universe. This is why we're being called to do these things. But we're not going to achieve these things if we put ourselves beneath everybody else. We start lowering our standards and we start settling for less, which also ties into a lack of confidence in our abilities, whatever it is that we've been gifted with. We can't keep putting ourselves in the dark and keeping ourselves from shining our light, because that's not going to get us anywhere. But a lot of you are also fearful of having that so-called trillionaire or billionaire status. A lot of you are fearful of getting yourself out there. A lot of you are fearful of success. And I actually realized that about myself, because I was afraid of what other people would think about what I was doing or how I was doing it. And even when people weren't looking at it, weren't buying it, weren't, praising it or whatever, I started to really go back to my old self and started to doubt what I was doing. But divine timing ties into this too, but it's also to get us to heal from these wounds from our ancestors about owning up to our gifts and being afraid of persecution, being afraid of chastisement, more so being afraid of judgment. And people saying all these nasty things and all these ugly things about us. No, we got to grow a pair of bigger balls and we have to grow thicker skin. That also ties into assertiveness, right? Not aggressiveness. And so for a lot of you, you're really starting to learn, okay, I could be God confident, but not arrogant. I don't need to step on everybody. I don't need to throw people under the bus. I don't need to be in your face all the time. But let's say, because I know Trump is one of those big people who a lot of people love to hate. But you know what I admire about that guy? And yes, I'm going to say this. I don't give two fucks what anybody says, what I'm about to say. What I admire about President Trump is the fact that he doesn't give two fucks, right? Why do you think he's successful as he is, right? And if you really want to do your homework, he has done some things for the greater good, but a lot of people want to judge his so-called arrogance, want to judge his God confidence, want to judge his so-called how he says things, right? They want to focus on that and not see behind what that really means to the rest of us. Because for someone who's as hated as he is he cowering behind a couch? Is he hiding underneath a table? Is he shutting his businesses down? Is he disappearing from the face of the planet? No. He's actually shining his light because he knows who he is. And it could also be a healing thing for him where he's afraid of failure, right? If those of you who don't know, he had a dad that really wasn't easy to deal with. And on top of that, President Trump has a really, 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 really difficult chart. And I'm not trying to put this guy on a pedestal. I'm not trying to say that I'm a Trump supporter. That's not what I'm saying. I'm looking at this from a different lens. I'm looking at this the way God would. Because what he's trying to teach us is to teach us to not give two shits about anyone or anything else. If we are here to lead and we are here to change the world and stuff, and if people don't like it, tough shit. But yeah, we have to have a balance there. And sometimes, you know, God puts these people into the world to get us to learn something about ourselves. And we can't allow someone who acts the way he does and whatever he does to cause us to be butthurt, to cause us to doubt our own selves, to put blame on him or the administration or anything like that, and tell us, oh, it's all your fault. And I can't believe you're doing this. This is why the country the way it is. No, our country was already going down the tubes to way back, right? But again, this is a resurgence of people really coming up from up to the surface to really go out there and start to learn from what's going on right now and try to bring a more harmonious, balanced planet to this universe, to the people who live here, right? We can learn from the assholes. We can learn from the egotistical people, if you want to call it that. We can learn from the trillionaires and the billionaires. All of us are meant to have that type of wealth, guys. Don't get it twisted, right? And some of you may be afraid to acquire that wealth because of how people are going to judge you. You can't allow other people to dictate your life or allow other people to bring you down or to dim your light because of that. And that's just going to be one thing you guys are going to have to learn to overcome. You can't just be sitting there like, oh my gosh, you know, what's going to happen, you know, if I become famous, or, you know, like world famous, you know, if I, this takes off and everybody knows my name, like in Cheers, right? Or I acquire all this money. Oh my God, people are going to come after me. People are going to judge me. People are going to try to take whatever it is. No, you can't be afraid of that either. And the other thing is that your light will be so bright and your confidence will be so out there, but in a balanced, harmonious way, in a divine way, that it's going to rub people the wrong way. It's going to trigger people. And so many people do not want to ruffle feathers. So many people don't want to trigger people. But this is where your power comes in. Because when you're triggering people, you're actually doing the world a good service, because you're calling them out on their bullshit and you're trying to get them to emerge from their dark selves, from their old selves, from their limited selves, from their cowardly selves, because we need more confident, more warriors out there than we need cowards. And it's funny how the word coward keeps coming out. Look, I used to be a coward myself, guys. Don't get it twisted. Like I used to be that in the past. So just because I'm calling other people cowards or whatever that is, doesn't mean that I wasn't one myself, right? I actually had people in my systems engineering career who called me out on that, and I felt offended. I felt triggered. But you know what the thing was? When we get triggered, that means that is the truth. It is the divine truth. And that person sees that in us to call us out on our bullshit, because they see our potential. They see our ability. And we have to change that. We have to transmute that into light. And so, again, with this group, there's so much that's being channeled, because you guys are going to do tremendous things. Very, very tremendous things on this planet, and it's going to branch out into the universe. It really, really, really is. And so with that being said, we're going to look into, it's probably only going to be confirmation of what I said already, but we're going to look into what has your healing for the month of June manifested this month. What has manifested at the end of June based on the healing that you've done. Now, if it hasn't manifested, either you didn't do the work, or there's still a block there, or you're still not believing in yourself, or you even believing in me and the guidance that I've given you, or it's not manifesting yet because it's not time yet. So you have to just trust in what's coming through. But this is supposed to give you that encouragement and that illumination, that enlightenment to kind of help keep you going. So let's see what has this healing manifested for the month of June for the Clear Quartz group. Please and thank you, Holy Spirit, Archangels, Jesus, Mary, Mother Mary, Order of the Seraphim, Order of Melchizedek, of 100% pure, crystalline, divine light. Please and thank you. Thank you for your wisdom, your guidance, your support, and your clarity. One more. Let's see what this healing has manifested for you guys. Alrighty. Oh, wow. You see what I mean? Look at this evolution. Those of you who've done your work, you have evolved. If you felt like you haven't evolved, you got to go back to my June clear crystal quartz reading to help you with this process. If you don't feel different by now, if you still feel stuck, if you're still doubting yourself, if you're still doing cowardly things, you're feeling cowardly, this is not for you just yet because the work hasn't been put in. And that doesn't mean everything has to be done perfectly or correctly or whatever, but some of you who've done your work, what's manifested this month is that you've moved up to another timeline. You have ascended. You have grown. You know that you are not the same damn person you were at the beginning of June. And if you're feeling this, this is your message. Just mean you did do the work. You did start something. You do feel different because you've done something to change something about yourself, which ties into your belief in yourself. Okay? It says at the bottom of this card, I know it's blurry, but I don't give a shit. Empowerment, transformations, protected, and preparedness. You are being prepared for something greater. You can't fucking make it up. It's exactly what I was channeling for 29 minutes because that's what needed to come out. This is about inner strength. This is about realizing you can overcome any challenge. And that anyone who tries to challenge you will not block you, will not stop you, because nothing can stop you. A lot of you are realizing that nothing can stop you except for your damn self. So, congratulations to those who feel very different right now. And for those of you who don't, this is not the end for you. You just need to apply the guidance that was given. But if this is your first time watching me, go back and watch what needs to be healed in June and go to the clear quartz reading or any other reading for that matter for whatever you're drawn to. Maybe you need to watch all 3 of them. Okay? You're manifesting a more elevated, a more God confident, a more self-assured, a more successful version of yourself, but not success the way 3D world has defined success. You are a stronger person internally. This is also telling me that your faith has elevated too, and that you're not allowing anyone else to dictate your path. You are attracting people who are on your level or who are going where you are going. And that includes myself. If you try to see in this card, there is lime green and emerald green in here. Archangel Raphael, Archangel Chamuel in this card. She's got a crown on her head. She's still. She has this swirl of green light around her. But she's not paying attention to that. She's healing because she's healing that part of herself that was determined by her childhood, her parents, her spouses, her relationships, her ancestors. Okay? This is a huge transformation for you guys. You're manifesting something that is bigger than yourself. And this is also preparing you to do something that is bigger than yourself as well. This is really significant for this group, and I applaud you for those of you who've done your work. But if you're watching this and you haven't felt this yet, I'm giving you the encouragement and the motivation to go do this because you're going to feel so different in about a month's time. And it doesn't mean that what you're desiring, your true heart's desires, don't have to manifest at the end of this month or in 2 months' time even. This is more about preparing you to be aligned for what God has called you to do, but more so for what God is going to reward you with for evolving, for going through alchemical evolution. And I'm going to have to talk about that video at some point, because alchemical evolution doesn't exist right now. That came from me, which came from God. Okay? The ability to change by overcoming your challenges as it's preparing you for the greater and bigger challenges in life, but for your greater calling. You're being empowered to do something that nobody else has ever done. And you're not going to allow other people to say, oh, well, I've never heard of that before. That doesn't exist, right? We are evolving as a human collective. We are evolving as one unit to better this planet, to make this more harmonious, to kind of not kick out the devil, but to like decrease his power, right? Because now God wants me to say, those who are in this cowardly energy, because they lack the inner strength, they lack the belief in themselves, they lack the confidence, ironically enough, they're believing more in the devil than in God, and they don't even know it. That is a huge statement right there. And people be like, what the hell are you talking about? I believe in God. Well, do you really? If you don't believe in yourself, oh, wow, this is big. How do you believe in God? Ooh. Why am I saying this? Because God's telling me God made you. He's your only creator. Divine, right? The ultimate creator. You are made in God's likeness. So if you don't believe in yourself, you don't believe in God. Wow. Oh my Lord. And I'm seeing all these birds flying above me. So you're starting to realize, again, with this cowardly energy, that is giving more power to the devil than to God. People are believing more in the devil than they are in God because of these other things. Dimming their light, not trusting in themselves, not being confident in who God made them to be. What we need more on this planet is people who are on the other side, meaning having God confidence, not just self-confidence, it's God confidence. But that is secured by you building a very strong relationship with God, with the Creator, with the divine. Because you start to realize that nothing can stop you, nothing can hold you back. Not the media, not an article, like not your parents, not your kids, not your spouses, not your friends, not your past. Not somebody who's wealthier than you, none of that. We have to start trusting in ourselves whether other people are going to like us or not. And some of you may be afraid of not being liked, but look at Jesus Christ, look at Leonardo da Vinci, look at all these other people that I mentioned before. So many people didn't like them. The ones who still exist today, they're still alive today. A lot of people don't like them now. But does that keep them from being at the top of their game? Does that keep them from evolving? Does that keep them from being greater versions of themselves? Does that keep them from God's purpose? It doesn't. This is reminding me of an article that my father sent to my family about Venus, right? The tennis player. She retired, so-called retired from tennis, right? And she decided to do other things. She became a mom. She wanted to venture out to other things. And in the article that I read, she was telling a reporter, oh, this is not retirement. This is evolution. I'm evolving into something greater. I'm evolving into something different. Because again, I talked about you guys being multifaceted. I'm branching off into other things that I'm capable of doing. And a lot of people would say, oh my God, but you make so much money playing tennis. You're one of the greatest of all time. Why would you retire? And it was hard for her. It was very hard for her, but she goes, it's hard, but I gotta try some other things. There's other possibilities out there, right? And people are like, oh man, she's not playing tennis anymore, whatever. It doesn't matter. She's doing what's right for her. She's starting to see what else she's capable of. And she's becoming great at these other things, to include like being a mom. That's a big thing, right? You go from one point of not being a mother or a father to being a mother or a father. That's evolution right there. You're handling a role that you've never handled before. You didn't exist, right? You being a parent didn't exist, but then once you had a kid, you became a parent. Now you exist as a parent too. So a lot of you, what's manifesting, it's this big timeline jump. You becoming something that you never thought you would become, because you're being prepared for something really significant, really massive here. I absolutely love this. Guardian angels at the bottom of the deck, the white aura. Protection, clarity, spirituality, and wisdom. You know what it's interesting here? I know you can't really see it, guys, but maybe if you look up this card from the Angels and Auras deck, Evolution, you'll be able to see it better, but it doesn't have to. You don't really have to do it. It says protected right here, okay? The bottom of this card says protection. You will be protected as long as you master this. The God confidence. You will be protected as long as you believe in yourself and your work and your craft and what God has blessed you with. Why? You're really believing in God. You're really trusting in God. You're really putting all your faith on Him. You're gambling all of your money on God in a way, right? You're putting all your eggs in the basket, but it's the God basket. You're gaining a lot of wisdom with that. The guardian angel card also talks about you are exactly right where you need to be, and you are on the right path. You are on the right path. I'm going to say it again. You are on the right path. Do not, I repeat, do not give up and do not give in. God put this in you for a reason. You are going to be protected as you move forward. And I'm going to call out Trump again. People are wondering, how is he escaping all these assassination attempts? Why hasn't he been impeached yet? Blah, 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 blah. And I'm not saying anything. I'm looking at this from a higher perspective. God's protecting him for a reason, because he is utilizing Trump as an example for this planet. Go back to what I said about it before. I'm not condoning anything that he does. I'm looking at this the way God does. Because God created our president, did he not? He puts these people, even when these people are just like, they rub people the wrong way, for a reason. God doesn't waste people or their talent. He doesn't waste anything. And a lot of this stuff is actually preparing other people for something greater than ourselves. So do not doubt with what God has called you for, because you are going to be protected, and other people are going to think that you're working for the devil or that you're evil or some bullshit like that. No. You really, really have to have the strong bond with God and believe in what he's trying to do through you. Okay? So let's look into what you've learned through your healing for the month of June. What has... Oh, wow. Okay. You see how different this came out? You guys are very rare. You are a very, 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 very rare group. I cannot say that enough. You see how they fell out and I wasn't even done shuffling? This is significant. This is very significant. Bottom of the deck is pay attention to your dreams. Keep following your dreams. You keep dreaming of things. You get these epiphanies. You get these signs, synchronicities, whatever it is. Go follow them. If you have a hard time interpreting your dreams, I can help you with that. Just send me a message. But you need to not only pay attention to your dreams, but you need to follow them. A lot of you have been dreaming about celebrities. A lot of you have been dreaming about being on a world stage. Like people keep coming to you for advice, for guidance. Maybe you're inventing something and you're seeing it in your dreams, whatever that is. Follow that. As crazy and as far-fetched as it may seem, as weird as it may seem, follow them. Don't give up on your dreams. You have a dream to change the world. A lot of these inventors and these successful, no, I want to say successful. I want to say a lot of these game changers, a lot of these life changers, where they had dreams. They did things that people were laughing them at for, but look what they've accomplished. And look how much it changed the world. I mean, look at the iPhone. Look at the computer, right? I mean, there's so many things. It's life changing. It's world changing. It's of biblical proportion. So what you have learned from your healing for the month of June, 2 things. Everyone else got 1 thing. This is your life's purpose. Archangel Michael, you know the details of my divine life purpose, and I ask you to help me be aligned with my goals. Please clearly guide my actions so that I'm taking the best steps to fully manifest my wonderful and meaningful career. The other card is sense of humor. The Super 7 group got this message too. Thank you for helping me see the humor in the situation so I can lovingly laugh at human nature. I am willing to view my experience in a new light in order to attract love and healing energy. I don't know why this is, but I'm getting President Trump again. Donald J. Trump. He's coming in again because he does have a sense of humor and some people don't think he's funny. The other thing is that when we see how he is and what he says, I know for me, some things may be very eccentric, like off the wall. And I sometimes look at it like, wow, like that's kind of funny. Or like, wow, like he had the audacity to say that? That's pretty nuts. And and I have to chuckle. And this is not to say that I'm laughing at somebody else's expense or like laughing at a person or a people or a race or a group or whatever. That's not what this is. When we have the ability to see the humor in situations and lovingly laugh at human nature, we're able to be more at peace with ourselves. We're able to see the world and other people in a different light. We're able to see things the way God does. And that helps us to keep from being butthurt, from being triggered, from being like, offended, right? Stop. This has to stop. Everyone's so hypersensitive with so much shit. I find it funny that people are so fucking offended by the littlest shits, by the littlest whatever. I don't even know what to call it. Okay? Some of you, your life's purpose is to see the sense of humor of things. Now I'm hearing Matt Rife come into this, right? Look at his work. He tends to so-called be racist or like laugh at races and genders and sexes and whatever else, right? Religions. He tends to poke fun at a lot of that stuff, but a lot of people laugh at it. And you know what I love? Like when I see him making fun of handicapped people and he starts really saying there's some truth to what he says. But what I love is that when he's making fun of a person in a wheelchair in the front row and he or she, they say something to him and say, you know what, Matt? You really helped me to laugh at my situation and to love myself despite my misgivings, despite my handicap, despite my disabilities. Do you know how huge that is? And people love him for it. There are other people who go off the wall, who like, look at Dave Chappelle even, right? Dave Chappelle did some stuff that was considered questionable by society, but that guy's fucking hilarious, right? He has a gift like Matt Rife does, like a lot of actors and producers and movie makers do, and musicians, right? Lyricists, whatever you want to call it. Eminem's one of those too. He's been chastised for poking fun at certain people, certain things, but he's brilliant in what he does, right? And he can make people laugh too. But again, like Dave Chappelle and Matt Rife, he's calling these things out, but he's bringing humor into the situation. But again, what I love about it is that these people say, hey, Matt, you really helped me overcome my disability. You really helped me overcome my past, or, you know, things that I wasn't too proud of, or whatever that is, right? And so many people made fun of these people in wheelchairs, these so-called retarded people, these so-called people with mental disabilities. But they were doing it in a very low vibrational, very degrading way. They didn't make them laugh, right? They pushed them around. They made them feel low in themselves. But Matt Rife, Dave Chappelle, all these other people do it differently. They help elevate them by seeing what they were given as something to be proud of. And that is huge in itself. That is something that a lot of people cannot see. And for some of you, maybe you're the comedian, or maybe you are one of these comedians who tends to get blasted for making fun of people or race, or whatever it is, or you're being made fun of for doing these things. Okay, don't stop what you're doing, because you know in your heart of hearts, that's what God told you to do. That's what God put in you. Go showcase it out to the world. It's like some of these chefs, right? I'll talk about my partner, and I know he's listening to this. It's like he puts things together that people will look at like, why would you put that together? We don't do that here. He's been told this before with his culinary genius. We don't do that. We don't cook that. We don't have that on the menu. You can't put those things together, right? But he can create something out of nothing. He's like the most alchemically gifted person that I know when it comes to the culinary world. And he puts these things together, and people might say, oh, that looks interesting. That looks weird. Like, what is that? Right? I don't even know what that is. But when you eat it, like when you really like enjoy what he created with food, it's the most gratifying, glorifying thing on the face of the planet. Right? And sometimes I know he doesn't believe that about himself all the time, or that I'm fluffing, or I'm making it up, or trying to get on his good side, or trying to people please him, so to speak, when I really am not. I'm going to be very honest and saying, well, you know what? That really wasn't the best meal. It was good, but it wasn't, well, the best. And we can't take offense to that, right? But this is also, you know, we're not going to be perfect. Not everything that we put out there is going to be the best things in sliced bread. But we have to be able to believe that we can create something that is the best things in sliced bread. And a lot of people want to look at that as arrogance. A lot of people want to look at that as being egotistical when it's not. Go back to what I said in the beginning of this video about what the difference between arrogance and God confidence is. And so for a lot of you, you know, people are going to shit on your stuff. Try to find the light in it. Try to find the humor in it. Make a joke about it. It's not to say that those people are right or anything like that, because they're not, right? Because if you're doing something for the greater good, if you're doing something that is really lighting people up and benefiting humanity, you are in the right and you will be protected. But a lot of us are going to do it in unconventional ways. A lot of us are going to trigger people. A lot of us are going to rub people the wrong way. Tough shit. We are encouraging them to grow bigger balls. We are encouraging them to stop being so cowardly, being so butthurt, being so offended, and so overly triggered all the time. We gotta stop allowing other people to dim our light, to put us down. They have no power over us. The only entity that has power over you is God. Plain and simple. And we have to stop allowing people to tell us, you can't do that. That's not possible. It doesn't exist. You don't put those things together. We would not have airplanes. We would not have Teslas. We would not have iPhones. We would not have the SpaceX thing. We would not have cars. We would not have, I'm hearing Asian fusion restaurants or whatever the hell, Tex-Mex, I don't know, something like that. We wouldn't have these things if people would have listened to everybody else and said, that's not going to work. That's not possible. There's no way that's going to happen. That doesn't exist. That will never exist. That can never be. We wouldn't have evolved as a society, as one unit, as a people, if we would have listened to everyone else, if we would have been butthurt all the time, we would have been triggered, we would have stopped, we would have given up. We would still be in the fucking ice age. We would still be cavemen and cavewomen if it weren't for believing in ourselves and what we were called to do. This is confirmation to a lot of you. This is your life's purpose with this Archangel Michael card. You are learning. This is who you are. Own it. Okay? Own it. This is your life's purpose. I'm getting those angel bumps again. This is what you're being called to do. Archangel Michael is going to help you align with your goals. You're learning to manifest your wonderful and meaningful career, even if it seems outside the norm, even if it seems unconventional. And I know I'm being prepared for this too, because I know I'm so different. And I know a lot of people didn't believe me. I had one client of mine say that I was full of shit. I was like, oh, wow, that's a big one. But I wasn't offended. I'd actually made a joke out of it when she told me that. And then I lost her as a client. But do you see me stopping what I'm doing? I lost all my clients, like I said before, if I didn't say it already. Like, am I butthurt because of it? Am I stopping what God called me to do because of it? Absolutely not. I don't give a fuck. I really don't. I love what I do, and I know I'm fucking good at it, and I know you are too. And you have to believe that in yourself about that. You have to believe that about yourself. And again, people are going to think you're full of shit. It does not matter. You should start really, 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 really having that God confidence to not allow that to take you down. And you're learning, you know what? Yep, this is my life's purpose. This is that's what God called me to do. Yeah, I'm going to be triggering people. I'm going to be ruffling people's feathers. I'm going to be rubbing people the wrong way. I'm going to be doing something that doesn't exist. I'm going to be doing the impossible. This is you. Oh my God. What a group, man. Like, I cannot wait to see what you guys evolve into. If you really need some more support for kind of getting to where I'm at now, or support with this evolution, I highly recommend that you work with me. Go to my website, because this is going to be huge. And know what I'm getting? I think a lot of us may also be contributing to each other's purposes. That just came out my ass out of nowhere. So others of you haven't learned this yet. This is now time for you to do your work and go back to my June clear quartz reading to help you with this, because some of you haven't learned this yet. So let's check to see what your energy signature is right now. What is clear quartz's energy signature? What is it now since since healing? What you have healed in June. What is clear quartz's energy signature at this time? Holy Spirit, archangels, please and thank you. All right. One more. Ha. Oh my God. throat chakra. I'm getting a lot of you are either Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, or you have some strong Gemini in your chart, or strong Aquarius. There's strong air. You could be Libra too. Okay? Because throat chakra is of the air element. Prioritize your true desires. Dear one, you are struggling because you are not making time for what is truly important to your soul. Take time today to dream about what you really want and make a plan of small action steps so your true desires can come into fruition. And do your best to stick with it. I'm here to help. Michael is all over this reading, guys. Look at all the blue. Michael gave you 2 cards of what you have learned or what you are learning, and now you get this one. Archangel Michael, release me from anything that is holding me back from creating the life of my soul's true desires. Help me to lovingly let go of all that no longer serves me. Give me the strength and fortitude to dream big and follow through with each step. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Look, I can end this reading right now, clear quartz people. Like, what did I just say? Give me the fortitude and strength to dream big and follow through with each step. Why was it that he told you pay attention to your dreams? Follow those dreams, those big, big dreams of you. Stop playing small. This is not the time to play small. At the time I'm recording this, it's June 29th, 2026, tomorrow. June 30th, 2026, Jupiter goes into Leo. That's why a lot of you, you're the strong fire, strong air, you have both. You need to dream big. Leo is about confidence and bravery and boldness. The spotlight energy, the king queen energy, the sun energy, because sun rules Leo. I'm hearing look towards the sun. Here comes the sun, doo-doo-doo-doo. You are going to do big ass things. You can't make it up. Let go of what is holding you back. Some of you with your energy signature, with this blue energy, Michael is here because you're being open and honest, and people hate you for it. People, you are gaining a lot of wisdom. You do a lot of research. You're multifaceted. Again, with Gemini energy, you can do a lot of things. I said jack of all trades, master of all. That is possible because this is you. If you're watching this, a lot of you are very blunt. You're very open. You're very honest. You spell, you speak, you live, breathe, shit, eat divine truth. And people are not gonna like it, but it does not fucking matter because you are here to do something exceptional in this lifetime. Your energy signature, for those of you who've done your healing, it is massive. It is vibrating divine truth. It's vibrating fucking Archangel Michael, man, because he is the shit angel. He is the one who doesn't take shit from anybody. He's the one with the foot on the devil's head. He's the one who doesn't settle. He's also the one who doesn't give a fuck what you think, what you believe, what you think about him. He doesn't. He doesn't. Stick with it. Don't give up. Don't throw in the towel. If you're struggling, it's because you're not making time for what is truly important to your soul. What is your divine truth? Go watch my dragonfly reading. What is your truth? Be honest with yourself. A lot of you need to speak up. A lot of you need to put your voice out there, your writing out there, your music, your teachings, your videos, your culinary stuff, whatever this is. Prioritize your true desires. What is true for you? Those of you who are not emanating this energy signature yet, okay, you're able to communicate your wants, your needs, desires. You're able to communicate your truth without fear, without being judged, without being burned on the stake. Because some of you, that is a past life thing that happened to you, to be honest. If you don't know anything about your past lives, I highly recommend you get an Akashic readings, Akashic records reading with me, because you're going to find some serious truth in that. You're probably going to better understand through that Akashic records reading and your past life reading. I have 2 of those readings. Why you're still holding back, why you're struggling with being in your truth, why you're struggling with communicating your truth, why you're struggling with communicating at all. This is really significant. This is a loud and proud energy signature. The blue ray, the blue aura right now. Wisdom, truth, honesty. Knowing what is right for you and what is not, and cutting off the things that are not right for you, which include people, belief systems, cutting away, removing situations that don't serve you anymore. Whatever this is. I'm also getting an energy of gossip for some of you. Some of you may be dealing with a lot of gossip, people talking about your back, spreading rumors. Forget that shit. Leave it alone. Don't get caught up in that drama. It's not for you. If you have family members or friends or coworkers who do a lot of that stuff, keep away. Keep to yourself. Maybe some of you over communicate, or you talk too much, or you share way too many things. Start keeping things to yourself. Stop telling all of your business. If you're guided to share some things, fine. If you're not, keep it to yourself, or keep it within a circle of friends or people that you trust. This is also for some of you, don't share your dreams yet. This is like about Joseph, where he showcased his dreams, or he told those big dreams to his brother, and his brother put him in prison. His brothers put him in prison, and they did all these not so great things to him. But again, even if he did that, it was still part of his purpose. But if God is telling you to keep things to yourself, do it. If you have these big dreams, these big aspirations, if you don't want to share with anybody, you don't have to. If you only want to share with people who you trust the most, then go ahead. But if you start finding people that you tell, and they start blabbing your business and blabbing your dreams and blabbing all these other things, or even intimate things or personal things to others, either you check them, you call them out on it, say, hey man, stop putting my business out there, or our business, or whatever that is. Stop telling people about what I'm doing or my dreams or whatever, right? Or even something that what they're going to do for the next day, or something that they're trying to achieve. You know, and you know about it, go check them. Go, hey, you know what? Stop talking about my business. Now, if you're the one who gets told things in confidence, they're honest with you, they're blunt with you, whatever, and you go saying that stuff to other people, you need to check yourself. You need to stop doing that. That's for somebody here. You don't have to share everything with everybody, right? Especially when it's not pertaining to you, you really shouldn't be going around telling other people other things about that. Unless you're guided. Unless it's part of a teaching, right? Like, example, when I talk about my partner and his stuff, it's a teaching element, but I'm not going to give all the details, because this is supposed to help encourage somebody, enlighten somebody with that stuff. But I know I talk to God first. Should I share this? Should I put this in my teaching? God says yes, and this is all you say, and that's it. Now we're going to do the last piece of this. Oh my God, they wanted me to look at the bottom. Sacral chakra. Love yourself. There is not one thing not to love about yourself. If you could see yourself the way we do, you would know you are loved and loved. Your true self is the soul that God created. Look at that. See yourself the way God sees you. Sacral chakra ties into feminine energy, creativity, emotional healing. But anyway, that was a little bit of another bonus for you guys. So let's see, how will your healing help you navigate your next month, through your month of July? For those of you who are watching this in real time, going from June to July. I'm hearing the King Solomon energy healing brace on my website again can really help you to remind you of your badassness, of who you are, remind you of this reading, remind you to follow your dreams, to align with that. How will your healing for the month of June help you navigate the month of July? Go with love. Remember that love is the greatest force in the universe. Let love guide your actions, decisions, and interactions with others. Spread kindness wherever you go. That's what's going to set you apart. You're going to tell the truth. You're going to be blunt. You're going to ruffle people's feathers. You're going to tip the boat over, whatever this is, but you're going to do it with love. Because truth is love. And sometimes people don't like that. I had to learn that about myself. When I call bullshit on people, when I tell the truth about something, some people, whatever it is, it's coming from a place of love, not arrogance. It's coming from a place of kindness, because what I'm trying to do is to get people out of the dark, to help people stop being cowards, to help people to fulfill their calling and their true potential. And sometimes we get looked at like we're the bad guy. Spread kindness wherever you go. When you're calling bullshit on people, when you're honest with people, you are spreading kindness, because you're trying to get them to realize something about themselves that is not true. And what is true? Because some people can't see that. Some people don't believe in that. Sometimes we have to have people believe in us before we can believe in ourselves. It can go the other way too. It's for those of us who see people through the eyes of God. They can see right through them, because they're that tied to God, and they say, hey, this is who you really are. This is how God sees you. This is what I see in you. This is your potential. This is your truth. And sometimes that helps people to wake up, because you love them that much that you're going to be that blunt with them, that honest with them, and say, hey, this, and this. Those are the people you want in your corner. Because the thing is, they're not going to beat around the bush. They're not going to be the ones to trample or to walk on eggshells around you. It's like that old thing when a female asks a male, like, do I look fat in this dress? And then the male says, yeah, you know what? That doesn't really look fitting on you, or like, yeah, it doesn't really accentuate your figure or whatever. And they're being honest. Right? If you get triggered, you get butthurt because of that, that's something you need to look at yourself. Why? Why are you going to be triggered and be offended when someone's being honest with you? Do you know how silly that sounds? That sounds stupid to me. I would rather have somebody call me on my bullshit, and I had a hard time dealing with that myself, guys. I was there. When I had people who said, you know what, Jess, you need to be more assertive. You know what, Jess, you gotta stop being a doormat. You know what, Jess, That's not you. I'm like, oh my God. This is not to feel bad about yourself. This is not to feel lowly about yourself. This is to really reflect and say, yeah, you know what? Why am I being like that? That's not who I am. Why am I allowing people to run all over me? Why am I allowing myself to keep myself quiet? Why am I being silent all the time? Why am I not standing up for myself? All those things. The people who truly care, who extend that kindness, the people who love you unconditionally are going to call you out on things. They're going to point things out. And they're going to be honest. Yeah, that dress does make you look fat. Oh, really? Oh, well, I didn't. Okay. And then when you look at yourself again, you say, you know what? Yeah, that dress I just bought this dress because it was on sale and it was cheap. And I thought, okay, maybe I can hide myself in this, right? They could be calling out on something that you're not realizing. And you can use this whole dress metaphor as something pertaining to your own life. And sometimes it's the opposite. Does this dress look fat on me? No, it doesn't. Are you sure? No, you're just saying that to be nice. And the person goes, no, I'm being honest. That's a whole other thing where you're thinking that, oh, I probably don't really look good in this. You're just lying. You're just making it up. That's a whole other thing you got to look at in yourself. Why are you doing that to yourself? You're not believing in yourself. You don't value yourself. You don't think you could look good on that so-called dress. Again, utilize this as an example in your own life. This is not a literal thing for all of you with the whole dress metaphor. For some of you, it is. But when we start realizing, and this is here how we lose friendships, we lose other relationships when people cannot handle our honesty. That's tough, right? I would rather have somebody be that honest. And then I look at it and say, okay, what do I need to see here? What do I need to own up to? What do I need to be honest with myself with? It's either in alignment with what that person told me or it's not. You are going to be the determining factor of that. And you also have to add some discernment with that, right? Because somebody could even lie to you and say, do I look fat in this dress? Oh, no, you don't. But deep down inside, they think you look horrible in it. You look fatter than what you did before, something along those lines. You don't want those people in your corner. That's conditional love right there. You know? It's like when you say, you know what? You work too much. You got to take a break. You're going to kill yourself. You're going to outdo yourself, right? Or you drink too much. You smoke too much. You're doing too much drugs. Or like you're going on social media too much. Whatever that is. And some people are like, well, you can't tell me what to do. Or like, why are you being so mean and hurtful? That's not it. When it comes to your health and well-being, that is everything. If they're calling you out on something and they're seeing that it's dimming your light, that it's causing you to cower away, that it's not allowing you to live up to your potential, that it's not allowing you to believe in yourself, that it's detrimental to your health, those should be the people in your corner because they see you for who you really are, but they also see the things that are going to hurt you in the end. They also see the things that are going to cause your demise in the end. And a lot of you people, you're the truth tellers. You're the truth seekers. You're the ones who are going to be hated for being honest, for being truthful, for calling bullshit, for doing things that nobody has ever done, to uncovering the truth that has been hidden in plain darkness. And because those things haven't been revealed, people are going to doubt you. People are not going to believe in you or believe what you say, what you write, what you put out there. But if you know this is God putting this in you, and this is what God is calling you to do, you need to really have the God confidence and the courage to do it, to say it, to think it, to create it, to mold it, to shape it, to put it out there. What? What happened? Love is the greatest force in the universe, but you gotta start with loving yourself first. Okay? I just had Archangel Gabriel go through me. Channel me. Channel through whatever I just said. I was channeling Archangel Gabriel just now. Find your tribes at the bottom of the deck. Surround yourself with positive energy and uplifting people. Seek out those who inspire you and support your journey towards self-discovery and self-love. I was channeling that. You can't make it up. And again, group 3, the clear quartz crystal, has the longest reading out of everybody. Listen, guys, these readings are long for you because you are doing really huge things. You need more guidance than the other people. And I'm not saying that you're better than the other ones. You just have a greater purpose. But you're going to deal with a lot more shit. And you're going to have to learn to overcome that shit in the process. Okay? So, again, this is your end of June reading. My God. Clear quartz people, like, holy moly. I'm wondering what group you're going to fall into when I do July's reading. So with that being said, I pray that illuminated your well-being. I really pray that this helped you. If you've got to listen to this again, take some time out to do it. Take notes, whatever it is you need to do. Let it really sink into your mind, body, heart, and your soul, to help you for preparing for this massive thing that you're being called to do. Oh, I just got a brilliant idea. Okay, I gotta write it down. I gotta write it down. Thank you, Uriel. Uriel was in the second group. Shit. I need paper. Here we go. I'm doing this live because I can't show you what I'm gonna do. Never mind. See, I'm listening to myself. I can't share what my epiphany was. Oh my God, this is brilliant. With each. This is very interesting. Okay, so yeah, I'm curious to see what group you guys fall into. I don't know if it's always going to be the third group, but it depends what you guys are drawn to. But everyone who's watching this, you're going to be drawn to the same group every month for as long as you watch me. So there's that. Again, my healing, again, the King Solomon bracelet is really going to amplify this for you. Like, I kid you not. Go invest in it. There's the men's version and there's the women's version because of the sizes. Wisdom of Atlantis will help you. Moses bracelet will help you. What else? Can you think of anything else? Fanuel? Ooh, we gotta do some Fanuels. There's Archangel Fanuel. I got to create some more fannual bracelets, but I would highly recommend that you sign up for my website, become a member there, or at least sign up for or get notifications on my YouTube channel, because the fannual bracelet's going to be, yeah, fannual. I think I said that before. Tiger's eye. Yep. Thank you, hon. Archangel fannual bracelet's going to help you to overcome evil, right? To help you to combat people who are going to think you're going to be evil. It's going to bring a lot of courage and confidence, but more so, you're going to be able to withstand the test of time with what you've been called to do. I have to create more of those fannual bracelets, so I'm being honest with you. If you're interested in the fannual one or whatever, send me an email. My email's in the bio, all that stuff. But if you sign up for my website, you'll get at some point notifications, or just check the website to see if it's in the shop. I mean, it could be as simple as that. I'll try to remember to notify everybody when I have some more in stock, because I ran out of stock of those, and I honestly need to buy more of the bigger beads for that. But yeah, Archangel Phanuel, King Solomon, Wisdom of Atlantis. Archangel Jewelfield might help you, even though if you're a male, I did have a male buy a Archangel Jewelfield bracelet, even though it looks feminine, but that person was drawn to that, and as soon as he put it on with a Kuan Yin one, and an Archangel Metatron bracelet will really help you too. Even though the male chose more of the feminine looking bracelets, like that, there was a lot of power in that he felt from that, but that's neither here nor there. Anyway, I pray illuminated your well-being. Thank you for watching this in its entirety. If you're still here, you are committed, you are dedicated, you are going places. If you've watched this whole thing, you really are going places, because you're making that commitment to this video and to yourself. You're making a commitment to your life's purpose. Again, with the services that I offer, go to thelifeilluminator.com. Again, the links are in the description box. See what you're being called to. I do highly, highly recommend all of my services are right there now. My mentorship, especially the past life readings and the Akashic Records readings. I mean, those are going to blow you away. I promise you that. I promise you that. I've done those before, and it blows everybody away. I've been given the rites of passage to tap into certain things that people can't tap into. I've had literal accounts of this where I've had previous clients who told me that when they had other readers try to tap into things, they were literally told by their guides, you can't tap into this, or you don't have the energy, or we're not able to give you this information. But I've been able to tap into those, again, from my vibration, but it's more so the work that I have done to be granted the rites of passage to access Akashic records that most people cannot tap into. I'm not saying I'm not the only one. There are other people who are that high vibrational, who are that gifted to tap into those records, but I've been blessed with the ability to tap into those records that other people cannot tap into, and not be affected by it, by some demonic forces. Yeah, any questions you may have, shoot me an email or whatever, and don't forget to look out for my What Needs Healing for the month of July reading. It's going to be a big healing reading, because July is going to be a wild ass month. Please be prepared to watch it. Be on the lookout. Hit the notification bell, whatever it is you need to do. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed already, so that you know when that July reading comes out. We are going to need that, myself included, to see what needs healing for that month, because it's going to throw so many people in for a tizzy. It's going to really, really affect a lot of people in a not so great way. So watch out for that reading. Have a wonderful rest of your June, what I think is one day left or whatever, and have a glorious week. And your month of July, should you not watch the video for July, but you really should. Love you guys. I'll see you for next month. Bye.